Hey guys, can you hear me? Okay, my cord is blowing in the fan there. Hang on, let me adjust everything. How's everybody doing? Okay, let's see. Galena, Muggsy, Picola. Hi, Ian. Louise. Okay, I got a tweet. I haven't done that. Let's see, this is a little crooked here. Let's fix the camera. How's everybody doing? Okay, I gotta move this lamp. Move everything around. Okay. Hi, Darla. Atadai, Ashley. Hi, everybody. Hi, great. Hang on, everybody. Let me tweet. Let's spell everything right. Okay, let's see. Hi, Dot. Sharon, Sue. Sue, you should probably get you're the one that won the book on last week, right? You should be getting it. Let me see what it says. It says today, Sue. It says today. I think you're the Sue that won the book. Hey, Karen, G, Charlotte. So be looking for it. Hey, Terry. Oh, let me get my bowl, my Society Idea Collector bowl out. Let me get my Terry Trouble welcome out. Hey, Janet. Can y'all hear me okay? I turned the levels down like Ian said, so I think it sounds pretty good. But, you know, I never know. Hey, Kat. Where's my soundboard? Here we go. Let's turn that up a little. Thanks, Ian. Hi, Pamela. I'm sure I'm missing some people. How you doing? How's the reno going, Janet? Do you have a toilet yet? Oh, good. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it. It was a little dark on this side. I could turn on another light. Y'all tell me if this is better. Is that better or is that too bright? Is it better with the light? I need to call and check on you, Janet. Make sure you haven't fallen down a hole. Oh, good, good. Is that better with the light? Because it's a little dark right in there. Got my little shadow right there. Oh, good, Janet. That's good to know. Hi, Robin, Kimberly, Kia, anybody else I missed? Remember, guys, if you talk to me, put it in caps. So I thought we'd do a couple things. A Society Idea Collector. I got this as a new book. I think Paula had this. I'm not sure if this is the same one. Paula bought a flow book, and I'm not sure if it's this one. I haven't really had a chance to look at it yet. But I got this one at the bookstore over the weekend. And then this is our giveaway today from Zealy. So we're going to do a giveaway. Then I'll do some Society of Idea Collector. Oh, and we got it from Remember Phil. Mike. Happy hump day. Oh, the new flow. Is that a book or a magazine, Janet? Which one is that? I haven't seen a new flow book for $30. I haven't seen that one. I got this one at Barnes and Noble over the weekend. A magazine? They went up? Dang. I'll have to look at it. I'll look at it in the store. I don't buy every one. I don't buy one of any magazine anymore. I look at them and see if there's something new or interesting in them. So I'm pickier now about my magazines. Now I'll buy any calendar when they go on sale for $3. I buy stacks of calendars to last me for the year. Hi, Natalie. Mitz. Hey, BDI Beth. I found the Altered Scrapbook for $3. It's the Altered Scrapbook. I don't know if I've seen that one, Robin. If I did, is it a kind of older one? Are you talking about a magazine or a book? I think you're talking about a book, right? So do a little chatting at the beginning. So if you're watching the recording, I do a little chat at the beginning of the show. So you can just fast forward if you don't like chatty. Well, I like to say good morning to everybody. Okay, Terry. I have Flow drawing one and Flow take it all. Yeah, I have both of those, Stephanie. But I think Janet's talking about their regular Flow magazine has gone up to $30. I mean, it was already, what, 22, Janet? 23? I think it was already 22 or 23. And I know it's imported and printed abroad, and I understand. But I thought 22 was like top end right there. So if it's gone up to 30, it's going to have something really good in it. Hey, Blue Blood. Good morning. Hi, Tamora. Okay, well, welcome as long as you can stay. Anybody else that's here, lurkers, welcome. Nice to have anybody here, whether you're talking or not. You don't have to talk. Something like that. I think Daphne's Diary went up too. It did? See, I don't buy every Daphne's Diary either. I've bought their color book one. I think was not a drawing one. There has another one. There's a different one. I buy them occasionally. I don't buy them very often. So what's everybody working on this week? Got any plans this week or weekend? I'll try to get up and see Cam for his birthday this weekend or sometime one day next week. Whatever day everybody's home. It's hard to get them all at one spot. Yeah, that's a lot, Janet. Okay, Kia's painting and crocheting. What are you painting, Kia? I thought I might pull out the art scroll today. Well, I don't know. If I kind of want to do some skies. The landscape painting shows got me wanting to paint some skies, some clouds. Just, mess around, finger paint something with some clouds. But I don't really want to do that on brown paper. I'd rather do it on, something white. Ian is painting a flower collage with cut out watercolors. Ooh, Ian, are you making a video on it? A kitty and a Batman in the same piece, Kia? Oh, something that Art Sherpa did. Okay. All right. I haven't seen it, so I didn't know. A kitty and a Batman. Okay. I hope Ian's going to do a video on that. I'd love to see a flower collage. Two different paintings. Well, I kind of figured, Kia. I did a Batman mural for my nephew a few years ago. He wanted in his bathroom. I did a floor to ceiling Batman with the Gotham City landscape or cityscape in the background. Yeah, spent a weekend doing a Batman mural for him once. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I don't have it on my phone. I know that because it's a long time ago. Hey, Suze. Welcome back, Terry. Come over, do a Batman at your house. It's kind of far just to go up there and do a mural. I used to do a lot of mural paintings, but it kind of lost, what do you call it? Nobody wants murals anymore. I did a lot of trompe l'oeil faux finishes and a lot of scenes, a lot of kids' rooms. I've done some Noah's Ark and with all the animals. I've done a jungle, cartoon character, Batman, that kind of thing. But I don't know. People don't want to pay because, you can't do that for free, or cheap. It takes a lot of paint and a lot of time to do murals. So I haven't really done any for a while. I did my mural room in my guest room. Well, it was the kids' room originally. We've been in this house for 20 years. And so I have James Christensen's mural. I did his, took pictures from his art and did murals all over that room. So they're still there. They'll probably be there till we leave. Yeah. Yeah, Terry. I still like color on my walls. I don't have, other than a hallway that I can't really reach from the first to second floor without having a scaffold laddering thing to do that. So I never did that hall. But other than that, all my rooms in the house are painted something. They're not bright colors or anything. Thanks, Terry. But they're all colors. Yeah, me too, Terry. Oh, well, good, Teresa. And I got your letter, Teresa. I haven't even had time to read it yet. So, yeah, I need to, got your letter, though. Thank you for updates. I have it sitting over here in my mail pile. You hate your monochromatic walls? Yeah, I've always, of course, I was, did decorating and window dressing and visual merchandising. So, yeah, I love decorating and color and stuff. Although, in my own house, it's like I like color on the walls. I don't like a lot of tchotchkes around. I don't. In my art room, you'd think that I'd have stuff everywhere in the house, but I don't like a lot of little things sitting around. Yes, I did get enough photos from yesterday, Picola. So today Picola's trying to keep me on track here. All right, let's get on track, Picola's saying. So what we're going to do is a little, if anybody wants to participate in Society of Idea Collectors little challenge thing I'm going to do today. Today we're going to use photos for inspiration ideas for idea collecting. And then I have another project, which we can't do today, but it's going to be on list listening. And it's going to be on listening to different You could pick a podcast, you could pick an interview, but anything where two people are talking. It could be on TV, podcast, a YouTube, it could be anything. But that one's going to be listening, where you listen to an interview or two people talking and discussing something. And we're going to make lists from that, but not today. Today we're going to use some photos for our idea collecting. So get some paper out. You could take us a video tour of your walls. I have gone in there. The thing is with my work hooked up to a laptop. We're on a laptop with my camera. I can move around my art room, but if I go into the other room, I'm going to have to carry my laptop. So I'll have to, and it can be done. I think I've done it before. I'll have to take my laptop in there, and kind of move slow so we don't get disconnected. Make sure our Wi-Fi is good as we're moving around, So yeah, it can be done, but I've done it. I've gone. Let me fix this here. I've moved around the house before, but it's I have to carry my laptop while I'm filming because we're on the webcam. Thank you, Suze. Yeah, Suze got to see him in person. Yeah, Hubster can have to follow me around carrying the laptop, and that's if I do the same thing when I do a room thing here. I have to, and I do want to do that. Maybe I'll plan on a face-to-face next week because I do need to do some more cameo cutouts. I have to move everything from this side of the room to the other side of the room so the light is on this side and the camera's hooked up on the wall up there or on a bookshelf so that y'all can look down on my desk. That's why I don't do many face-to-face. I don't have multiple cameras where I can flip back and forth, and you can only see one thing at a time. And if you're looking at up here at my desk and me up here from here, then you can't see anything I'm doing on the desk. So it's kind of pointless, just to every now and then I just go, hey, do a little video just so that everybody can see I'm not just a pair of hands. Oh, thanks, Suze. Yeah. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of leaning into my laptop here to read because here's where I'm working and my laptop is over to the side. So I have to, when I'm in my mic's right there, my laptop's right there. So if I want to read chat, I have to do this, I don't have it right in front of me. Cameo cutouts, great. I'll show you. Let me find some here. Do I have some right handy? Let's see. Let me look in this little. I'm looking. Hang on. I thought I had some in a little. Let me get out my. Here. I got to go under a table. Hang on. Since it's an idea collecting show, anything with ideas. So this is an old Tuesday morning binder for stamps, but I don't put stamps in it. Oh, and somebody did ask me, I haven't had a chance to answer the comment. Somebody asked me on a comment on my YouTube comments if how I store my demounted rubber stamps. So I'll show y'all that too. Okay. So this is where I keep a lot of my cutouts. It's not all of them. So what the Cameo is, it's a machine that does die cutting. So, and it can do very delicate, like here's a good idea. Here's an example of a delicate cut. Look at this. I cut the world here. Let's see, I need something. Let me get my iPad here maybe. Here, look at this. This is cut out on the Cameo. See how intricate that is? Yeah, so you can cut out anything. And you just buy cut files from the Silhouette Company, and you have them forever because you download them to your computer. You don't have to go online to cut. Some of the machines you have to go online. Okay, there's a glare there. Let's see here. Let's prop this up. Some machines you have to go online. You have to be online to get the files to use. This one you download your computer, so you have them. So these are some of the ones. These are not, this is a good one. Look at this tree. Look at this tree bark. And look at, let me go this way. See the little heart in there? Look at that tiny little heart. Suze, you haven't hooked your Cameo up yet? Oh my gosh. So some of these, they're just, this is kind of just a little random stuff here. This isn't really the stuff I've used recently. The stuff I've used recently are in another folder, but I can't put my hands on it right this second. Here's some pumpkins. Let's see if I can find so you can see the little pumpkins there. Well, there you can see it there on orange. Let's get a piece of paper. See, very delicate. Yeah. Intricate, I should say. Lettering. You can have, and any of your own computer fonts. You can cut any of your computer fonts. I've cut tons of monograms for Boo and her friends. Let's see what else we have here. I made some cards one year with Rudolph here, but I put a red nose on each one. Different sizes. And that's the other thing. You can resize them to any size, from the tiniest to 12 by whatever length you want. Here's where we've done some jelly plating with some of them. These are done with jelly plate. So we colored them with jelly plates. Let me get this one's just a cutout there. But a lot of these have been colored. You can cut them out on, different color scrapbook papers. And they're just so, they can be so intricate. And there's just everything. There's literally probably, I don't know. I can't say there's literally 1 million design files, but probably. I would not put it past if there's like 1 million. And they only run about $1. And some of them have multiple, like this one that has the leaves. I think that comes with 5 different leaves in the file. And then they go on sale all the time. You can get them for 59 cents. So you can get a cut file of like 5 or 6 leaves for 50 cents. This is a giant. This is one we ran through with the jelly plate. Here's some more Christmas ones. See, this is kind of a mess. I tell you, I need to sort this out. Here's a little tree topper got a little bent. Here's a Christmas wreath. Here's a intricate crow. This one, so some of it's kind of messed up there, but look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy hump day. And then you like this one I cut out on some ledger paper. And usually when I do a Cameo cutout day, I do a lot of giveaways. So I cut them out. Here's a fairy. Let me get this. There's a lot of actual silhouettes you can cut. Yeah. So here's another one of those leaves. I'm going back and forth between a black and a white here. And the thing is if you cut them out in white, then you can color them any color you want. There's a fox here. This one got a little bent, but there's a little intricate fox. These are a bunch of ones we jelly plated. So yeah, I should really file them better. That's what the purpose of this binder was, to put them inside of sleeves, But as you can see, we do experiments and we go on, and then they don't end up getting filed. It's a little something right there. Crusty bit. Leaves. So we've done these. Here's a half a feather. Where's the other half? Well, here's one that we did glitter feathers. There's halves. There's a couple halves. They got kind of torn up in there. But these have glitter on them. Here, there we go. See the glitter? Glitter feathers. There's a little piece of one right there. And you can use them in collage. You can make cards with them. Anything that you can use. It's a giant high heel. And we just ran these through the jelly, over a jelly plate. So just all different ideas. What else is in here? Here's another one that we ran through the jelly. It's a little beat up, but you get the idea. Hi, Debbie. Who else am I missing coming in? Hey, Riri. Just showing some die cuts. Somebody did not know what a cameo or die cuts were. So I'm just kind of... So there's all that. And they're just, they can be so delicate. And the thing is these can be any size. I've cut these out like these coffee cups. I've cut them out like 1 inch size. You can cut them out any size. It's another bird. Let's see, what else do we have in here? So today's a Society of Idea Collectors show. Oh, look, here's an example of a delicate. Look how delicate that coffee pot is. A jelly plate, Ashley. It's a plate. It's like and there's different sizes. Mine, I think, is an 8 by 10. Different sizes, and it's like a jelly-like substance, like a silicone type thing, and you brayer out paint, and you can use stencils on it, make imprints. You can make monoprints, and you can also paint your jelly prints. Your die cuts. Yeah, I'm not going to do it today. There's a zillion videos on it. Jean, Music Scrap, she's got a bunch of videos on it. She probably has it in a playlist, jelly plating. So look, Jean, I always have to ask Jean. Now, Jean, do I go backwards or forwards on this? Jean's like, she always gives me a good sequence. Here's some little coffee cups. So yeah, all different kinds. And in the cut files, there's so many different kinds. And you can make your own stencils. Like I have some stencils in here. You can use the negative space, the leftovers for stencils. What else do I have here? Here's a giant leaf. And I can make this up to 12 inches wide or as small as an inch. I can make this any size I want. Your software kind of looks like a Photoshop layout. It's all in a grid. It has a grid this so that you can size it to anything you want, and it has different cut depths, the depth of your blade, and the kind of paper you can cut on. You can cut on plastic, vinyl. They even sell it's like a faux glitter. It's like a real glitter paper, but it has a coating on it, so you're not like throwing glitter all in your machine. Hi, Diane. So yeah, there's just, look at this chair here. Look at this lawn chair. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Y'all remember who has those or has had those in the past? So yeah, so just all different. Again, you make your own stencils. I should go through here. Oh, and then they have all kinds of themes, like the Halloween themes. We have mummies, all kinds of mummies. There's just every theme, There's fantasy and fairies and, elves and there's all kinds of stuff. There's some little ones in here. These are some tiny ones. Like here, let me show you a couple of these tiny butterflies. And then here's like when Boo was a cheerleader. There's all different kind of cheer things. There's a butterflies. Tiny. Look at these little arrows here. Let me get some of the little ones. Look at how intricate those arrows are. Little geotags. This little camera, little coffee cup, little house. Another little coffee cup. Just all kinds of things. Here's another feather. Isn't that cool though? Hi, artsy wannabe. So yeah, that's what you. So that's just I mean, I'm just showing you a minimum of things that you can do with it, and the thing is you got to figure out some systems to store this stuff because it is. Oh, here's my projects today. I don't want to. Oh my gosh, if I would have put my notes in here, I never would have found them. Stencils, all kinds of words and cutouts, lettering. Here's a negative space of a jelly plate that we did. Just all kinds of things. So yeah. So anyway, there's your sample. That's what the die cuts are from the Cameo silhouette. And mine is named Her Majesty Camille. Her Majesty Camille. Okay, so now on rubber stamps, let's see if I can find a sample here. Hang on, going in. Okay, here we go. So, how I store my unmounted stamps. Let me find a good sample here. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Well, these are not. Okay, well, there's one. To find some. All right, so how I store my unmounted. Now, some of these were never mounted, and some of them, but it's the same idea. Red rubber stamps. Okay. Hey, Jean, I was just sending people over to your channel for ideas on how to use a jelly plate. Do you have your jelly plate videos in a playlist? So how I store my stamps, the plastic bins, a plastic Tupperware. I call them Tupperware, but, they're not Tupperware, but, Walmart bins, Rubbermaid bins, plastic tubs or whatever, about the size of this, the width of this. I just pulled these out of my tub. I can't get it out now because there's some books in front of it. I just pulled out a few here, but I have a whole file. These stand up like this, and they're like, in the tub. So I can just flip through them like this, right? I can just flip and find the stamps that I want. Joanne asked if you can use the cutouts for. Yes, you can use the cutouts for stencils. Absolutely. Absolutely. So these are my Mona ones. I think maybe, I don't know if Blondie sent me these. I don't remember who sent me the Mona ones, but I have all different ones. These are some of the ones that I got back when another stamp convention years ago, these map ones. And so technically what you want to do is have a piece of cardstock, stamp your images on the cardstock, and then put them in the file. Now, if they've been mounted before and you've put them in the microwave and peeled them off of the wood block, then they'll have a little sticky still on them. And so you can kind of stick them on the cardstock, or, I don't really worry about it. I just kind of fling them in there because I can see them and find them. But you'll have to speak English. I think, is that, I don't know if you're Korean or is that Chinese? I'm not sure. You'll have to speak English. Oh, they probably don't understand me if they're typing in a foreign language, but yeah, we can try, Pacola. And so, and the same thing for my acrylic stamps. Okay. I put them in, like this one's kind of stuck funny there. Little koi fish there. This was a tattoo set. And these are from Tuesday morning. But anyway, the same thing for the acrylic stamps. All my stamps, well, not every single one, because I do still have a few wood mounted. And I have some alphabets And I have a few ways of storing them depending, but the bulk of my stamps are in plastics, page protectors, piece of cardstock, and you can put them front and back. And then they stand up in a bin, and I can flip through my bin of stamps and find them easily. Now, if you don't have a lot, you could put them in a binder. So, you could put them in a 3-ring binder if you want, and then flip through a binder. But I have so many that I need a whole bin for them. Do you think they would stick to I would, Hannah, there's the stickiness of different stamps are going to be different. If I was you, if I was going to use a piece of transparency paper, so I'd put it on the inside of a sleeve. I wouldn't count on these sticking on the outside here, because when you put them in a bin and you're flipping through them, you're going to be knocking them off. The leftover residual stickiness that's left over from demounting them is not going to probably be enough to constantly be taking them off and on a piece of plastic. So, but it's so much less room. Like right here, this is like 10 different, maybe 12 different stamps in here. If these were mounted on wood, the wood itself would take up a section like that big. I can do that. It's just much more efficient to store them in sleeves. Now, it doesn't look as pretty as a room full of wood blocks, granted, but it's much more efficient to store them. Okay, let me put that back. Now, my alphabets, I'll show you a couple ways that I store my stamps. My tiny alphabets, I have a few ways of storing them. These are cigar box, people, they sell cigars and just different little boxes. So you can put your alphabets and stuff like this. Okay, you can store your alphabets like this. And this idea I got from Paula, Journal Artista, ammo boxes. So ammo boxes can be used to store these tiny little stamps. So just different, and there's different sizes. So you can store your alphabet stamps like this. And because there's little holes. See, they have little holes. So you can just put them in there. Very easy to store your alphabet like this. Let's see what else. A lot of my hand carved alphabets. Hang on, let me see if I can get to those. And then I have some other little boxes of just little alphabets that are still in the little, just in some little boxes. Yeah, I know, they're so cute, right, Louise? And then I have other alphabets that I just keep in baggies, like some of my hand carved ones, like this hand carved alphabet, some Gothic letters or black letters. Here's different alphabets that I have in here. Here's my Hebrew alphabet that I hand carved. So just different ways to store alphabets. What else? What else? I used to have printer's trays, the printer trays, the old-timey wooden printer trays that I had a lot of my wood stamps in, but I took those out so I could store ink bottles. You can get them at any sporting goods, Karen. Then I have, and I don't know if I can get to them because I have about, let's see, I don't know, 8 or 10 boxes left of my wooden stamps. And these are just old cigar boxes and with the lids cut off. so they're stackable, because I don't want them closed. See, I'm one that if I don't see it, I don't use it. So if my boxes are stacked up on top of each other where they're open like this, then I can, I'm more apt to use them if I can see them. So I have about 8 or 10 boxes like this left over of my wooden stamps. So that's another way you can store them if you don't want to demount them. But most of them I've demounted in the microwave, like 10, 15 seconds. You got to test it because everybody's microwave is different. But if I put this in the microwave for like 10 seconds, this will just peel right off. So, yeah. Okay, so there's that. Oh, there's some pens and keys and a camera. Oh, I'm seeing some good stamps I haven't seen for a while. They're like old friends. They're like old friends if you haven't seen them for a while. Okay, so I did not get juice. I'm still sipping on my coffee. So let's see. So today we're going to do a Society of Idea Collectors show. I asked some people on Twitter, anybody that saw my tweet, and I got about 10 or 12 responses. And I asked anybody to DM me a photo for examples for us to use today. So if you're here and you want to participate in the Society of Idea Collectors show today, get you a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, whatever you want to use to collect your ideas on, because we're going to do a little idea collecting today. So today is going to be using photographs. The next episode I want to do is going to be audio. Like we're going to do, I call it listening. So we'll use interviews or any kind of a podcast or anything where there's two people talking, and you're going to make lists from listening. But we're not going to do that today because there's not enough time to do 2 projects in one day. Oh, it didn't have to be anything in particular, Beatty, I bet. It was any photo, just any photo. It doesn't matter. As long as you could see it. One person sent me a photo. It just looked like trees, which that's fine too, but you couldn't see really anything. So I just wanted a bunch of photos, and I'm not even going to say who sent the photos till next time. We can do that next time if you want. Because it's not, I just want y'all to not concentrate on the person that sent it. I want you to concentrate on the photo itself. Or at the end of the show, I can tell you whose photos they were. We can do that, okay? So let me get my camera here. I'm going to back this up. Hang on, guys. Sorry, it's a little wonky here. There we go. And then I got this book. I think this is the same one Paula got. It's a flow book. I got this last weekend. And then Zeely sent us 2 of these, and we're going to give away one of these today. It was an antique shop, and they had some metal printing press stamps. Yes, I know they've really gone up in pricing, and they used to be like practically free, where you could get those metal printing press letters. A lot of times even in the boxes. But I guess they've just become rarer and rarer. Okay, so excited to see the eye candy. Oh, good, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer Crackalacken. Good to see you. Are you on vacay this week? Hey, Mama 4. Stephanie, I know I'm missing some people. And then we'll see how it goes. I got a bunch of pictures of some clouds and skies that I thought I want to finger paint later, but I don't know if we'll have time for that. We'll see how it goes. So remember, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Okay, so I did show this book. We're going to do a giveaway. We'll probably do it about 10, maybe 10:30, about an hour and a half. We'll do a giveaway for this. And you do have to be present for the giveaways. I just, other than the Society of Idea Collectors. If you're in the Society of Idea Collector Bowl and I draw your name out of there, you don't have to be here for that. But other than that, you have to be here for the book giveaways, because I can't go hunt people down. It's just too hard to find addresses and everything. So anyway, so this is the book we're going to give away today. I have a copy, and this is the the extra copies Ely sent, and it's journaling and coloring. It's coloring and journaling and some, charts, some, a little bit of shading, just all kinds of little tips. And it's like to make it a journal too. And I did see on Instagram that she's got book 2 already in production, or in, what do you call it, post production. Anyway, yeah, she's got a second one coming out. And in the back here, she did have a few pictures of volume 2 back here. So it's kind of like a color book and journal. And she gives you little, circles to put colors in, to put different colors that you're using, comments, write a story about the picture if you want. It's like a journal combination, color book and journal. Now, if you don't have one of these, or you can't find it, or you don't want to buy it, or you can't buy it, or whatever, make your own. I don't have any problem deconstructing most color books. I don't deconstruct my hardback color books, or, but you could also, you can get like Create Space ones too, but Creative Haven color books are real inexpensive, and you could just take them apart and put them in a binder or a portfolio and lined paper. You can make your own. We've done that many times with various ideas of making our own, either idea collecting notebooks or journals, and all kinds of things. Use your imagination. Don't say you don't have one. I don't want to hear it. We're going to use your imagination today. So get you a piece of paper, a pen, a pencil, whatever you like to write with, whatever you like to collect your ideas. So this will be what our giveaway today. Okay, we'll do that after a while. Then at the back, she has color charts. So before I get on to anything else, let me speak about the color charts and color ideas. We've done multiple shows on collecting colors and coloring ideas. But again, I'll mention design-seeds.com. And that can be incorporated in part of the project we're going to do today, if you so want to, use them. You don't have to. But here's the thing, that to expand on the photograph color idea collecting today, to expand on that, let me go ahead and bring up Design Seeds. Hang on. Let me bring that up so you can see. Let me turn down the light so you can see it on my phone. All right, so on Design-Seeds, what they do is they have multiple kinds of photographs. Here's a seasonal atlas. Let's just go to this. So what they do is they will show you pictures. Let's see, gather. Let's go to gather. Let's see. So what they'll do is they'll show you a picture, and then these are the colors in that picture. So if you want just some pretty photographs, if you want some, let's see, that's all. Okay. So if you want some pretty photographs to get the ideas of color from, I would recommend design-seeds.com, because they pick a picture and then they have multiple little paint chip things. I know, I love the site too. And so you can get all kinds of color charts, color ideas, and also they have a photograph. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use photographs that I had people message me for the ideas. We're going to do that in a minute. Let me go get some juice, guys. Here, Phil, stay right there. Let me get some juice, guys, real quick, because I'm going to lose my voice. sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's go ahead and look at this. So this will be our giveaway here in a little bit. Then this is the other book that I got, and I saved it to show today because Society Idea Collector Day. So let me catch my breath, run up and down those stairs. So if you're not a member of the Society of Idea Collectors, all it is is we just named it that. Well, actually, Jean came up with the exact name. So it's hashtag or SOIC, Society of Idea Collectors. And all it is just you're kind of like committing to writing down. You have to write it down. That's the key. Writing down your ideas. It doesn't matter if you keep them in 3-ring binders, traveler's notebooks, a sketchbook, a composition book. It's not the book that matters. You can keep them on Post-it notes, although that'll get a little hard to maintain unless you put those Post-it notes in a composition book or something. But it's just where you keep your ideas. And I think Picola, is this episode 38? I'm trying to remember, if not all. So I think we've done about 38 episodes of Society of Idea Collectors over the last 4 years. Well, we did it before that too, but they won't be on YouTube. But I think we have about 38 episodes on YouTube of ways to collect ideas. And I've shown my notebooks, my composition books, my traveler's books, all these different ways. 39 videos in the playlist. So this is number 40. Okay. So this is number 40 in the Society of Idea Collectors. And it's essentially what it is a way and a place for you to collect and keep your ideas. Because if they're just bouncing around in your head, you're going to forget them. I write a lot of things on Post-it notes, and then I transfer them into my other journals, and I have different journals for different things. I have one for just general ideas. I have one for lists. I have one for history. I have one for, a traveler's journal for more quick notes, and those can start out in just, here's a couple of these are some of my idea collecting topics. So each one can have a topic. So then I have just general whatever ideas, and those can go in their own little book. I have the big binders, my 3-ring binders. So you don't have, whatever it is that you like. Hey, Faithfulness, whatever you use to collect your ideas. But the point is to write them down, because if you don't, you will lose them. Let me show you how I usually collect. Let me get one of my notebooks here. When I write down, like here's one of my color things we did. This is usually how small I write in my idea notebooks. I write very small. My pen of choice is a Sharpie pen, which there seem to be all in the bedroom and not right here. A Sharpie pen. It's kind of like a Micron type pen. And now I think they're all in my other room because that's where I was writing last. I usually keep 2 or 3 on hand, but I don't see one in here. Hang on, guys, let me find one. Or you could just use a Bic, but these don't write small enough for me. Here we go. Here's my little bundle. So this is my favorite pen to write with. It's a Sharpie pen. It doesn't bleed through anything, and they're fine tip. So when I'm writing notes, taking notes for my personal notes, I write like this. I write very little because I can get a lot of mind mapping, a lot of information on one page. But when we're here, I usually write with a big old fat Sharpie just so it shows up on camera. So when I show you, let me get some paper here. When I show you some samples here, I write huge with a big, pinned so that it shows up on camera. But I'm just saying, I would not recommend writing this big because you're going to run out of room. But I'm going to do it for the camera's sake. But write as small as you can see, or that's comfortable for you, because that way you can get more information on one page. You learn a lot about art from watching. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so we're going to do our little project here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and show this book real quick. I think this is the one Paula has. I think she showed this maybe 3 weeks ago or something. I think this is it. I've not had a chance to really go through it, but y'all know I love books on creativity and ideas and lists and all that stuff. I thought about bringing out a whole stack of books again today to show you. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. We'll do more creativity books. If y'all want to see more creative books on creativity, more in depth, let me know and I'll show them. But I'm just going to show this one because it's new. Remember, guys, if you have any questions, put it in caps. So this is a flow book, and flow books, they're not cheap, but they always have so much inserts and things in them that it just makes it worth the while and makes it worth the money. Show me the books. Yeah, I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to show this one. So it has all different kinds of activities and little books. Now, the little inserts like this come on, and I lost the page for this one. They come attached on a little piece of card and they're wrapped with a belly band, and they have a little glue dot on the back, and they're stuck on that little paper. I've taken all those out, throw the belly bands away, took them out of the book so that I can, flip easily. So, but I did just stick them, except for this one. I think everything else is in their correct space, but I can't be positive. So the topics are, I'll give you the contents: dare to fail, dare to start, dare to sleep more, dare to be bored, dare to commit, dare to try something new, dare to be a kid, dare to be alone, dare to go offline, dare to be mindful, dare to nourish yourself, dare to be quiet, and dare to team up. So there's a little chapter on each of those. And there's all kinds of little quotes throughout, like Georgia O'Keeffe here: to create one's own world in any of the arts takes courage. So I always put little quotes, and this is just a typical flow book with tip-ins, pull-outs, cutouts. That's just how flow works. Thank you, Terry, for putting in the link. So, and they're always so much eye candy. So they have a little, a couple of, little chapters on the topic. They have all little projects, little things, lists and things you can do. So again, anytime you have a book like this, keep one of your idea collecting notebooks, whether it's a traveler's insert, whether it's a composition book, or just a piece of paper that you can write on. Take notes while you're reading. Take notes while you are reading. There's your Society of Idea Collector tip of the day. Or take notes. Like I said, I want to do another task segment on list listening, where we're going to take, I can't like play a podcast or play an interview here on our show, but I can show you the idea. But it'll be where you listen to interviews, podcasts, whatever you're listening to. You can always be taking notes on anything. And it will keep your mind sharp. It will give you so many ideas. Even if you just list it, bullet journal it, whatever way that suits your collecting, whatever works for you, whatever of the multitude of ideas that we've used. I love to mind map, and that's what we're going to do today. But it just depends on what you like to do. I love listing and mind mapping, but however you want. Oh, hi, Nancy. Whatever it is that works for you to collect your ideas. So here's 10 people who failed before they succeeded big. Like J.K. Rowling, Rowling, I think is how you pronounce it. Harry Potter. She's an author and widely popular Harry Potter series. She was a single mother living on welfare before her first novel was published. In her own words, by every usual standard, I was the biggest failure I knew. And I mean, it has different ones: Vera Wang, Walt Disney, Sidney Poitier, Lucille Ball, Fred Astaire, Oprah. And it just gives you little samples because remember, this chapter is Dare to Fail. So then they have little sections of questions like, in your mind, when did you fail recently? What did your inner voice tell you after it happened? How did that make you feel? Just different little questions that help you think. And flow is like all about grilling you, making you think, right? But you can find so many of this stuff online, guys. There's just so much, you never have to buy. I just love books. If you're a book lover, you're going to want the books, but there's tons of stuff online. Okay, so more questions, and the little illos, the little illustrations are so cute. Here's a little quietness diary. I think it's a 30-day, a little diary, so you can keep this in your purse, the next chapter here is Dare to Start. And I don't think this went here, but I'm just going to keep it there. So Dare to Start. All beginnings are difficult. Little steps, big leaps. Getting started. It won't feel like a challenge anymore, but like part of your daily routine. It's like a habit. It's like anything else. You make it a habit. What does it say? 30 days to make something a habit. So all just kind of little eye candy, little questions, little, ask yourself the questions. Now, when I have these kind of books, I have so many travelers, you just saw that stack of, and that's just 2 of them. I have 4 more sitting over there, 4 more thick travelers binders full of booklets. So you could, even if you just use the one little booklets, the little traveler inserts is what they call them. Even if you just use the traveler inserts to write your ideas down, because I don't usually write in these books, whatever book they are. I usually do it on separate pieces of paper or in my 3-ring binder or in a traveler's or whatever. So I rarely write in the books like this. Any kind of these question and answer type books, I just don't write in them. But that's funny because so many books I annotate in. If I'm reading a topic, if I'm reading a history book or a book on ancient languages or so, I'm writing all in those books. But books that are made to answer, to put question and answers in, I don't write in those. It's just really weird. But I'll annotate any kind of other book, but not these. I don't know why. Here's one on sleeping more. Let's see. And then here's some little cards. There's a little Maryland. These are like little zines, like almost like a little mini zine, like a little zine with a little quote inside. I'm hoping Janet's going to do some more. I think this is like different parts of Maryland. Oh, no, this one is Einstein. Because they've had these photographs in Flow magazines before. I recognize them because I have them pulled out in posters. I've pulled these out of other Flow magazines. And then who's this one? This one, well, there's a picture right there. Oh, this is Mick Jagger. There's Mick Jagger. So anyway, and they have these little perforated cards. I took the card out, and these were belly banded with a little glue dot stuck on there, so you could just pull them out, which I've done. Okay, well, that's okay. Somebody will kick them. Just ignore the trolls, guys. The mods will kick them. They see them. Trust me. They'll kick them. Dare to be bored. So, you hear a lot, especially kids, that are on their phones a lot, and they don't have, if they're not on their phone doing something, then they're bored. Not around this house, but, because I find some kind of craft or art project. If anybody says they're bored around here, I'm going to throw a pencil or a paintbrush in their hand. You will not be bored around here. Seriously, I can't remember the last time I was bored. Way too much things to do to be bored. If anything else, read. If you're bored, read. Or listen to an audiobook if you're apt to do that. I don't know. To me, there's no excuse to be bored. And I know somebody says, well, I'm ill, I'm in bed, I can't do it. Yeah, I know there's exceptions to every rule. I hear about them, trust me. If I say there's no reason to be bored, tomorrow I'll have 5 comments saying, well, I'm bored because don't email me. Yeah, or clean something. There you go, Rebecca. Dare to commit. Small steps add up. And I think what she means here by dare to be bored, she's talking about have a time where your mind can be not engaged on something specific. Have, relaxing times where you can just go sit out in a garden, with a sketchbook or something, that I think that I haven't read it, but I'm assuming that that's the kind of bored that they mean, that you have time, free thinking time where your mind can chill. And all kinds, 28 examples of projects you can start today. Photograph your breakfast every day. Or in our case, we could draw it every day. Pull out the Danny Gregory book that probably half of us have on drawing your everyday life, or another book similar to that. We have so much stimulation for any kind of idea. Here's my daily projects. Put your daily, your daily project notebook. You don't have to use this one. If you're already engaged in a Traveler's, a composition, or some other book, use that. I probably will not be using these because I have so many other notebooks to put ideas in. Try something new. Learning new things is good for your brain. Just try new things. Don't be afraid. Step out of your comfort zone and soar. Here's your comfort zone. Look, she's got a little, there's just so many cute little ideas. And if you expand on them, I just find that, especially, when we talk about the Society of Idea Collectors, most people that say, oh, I couldn't do that, I can't think of that, I have no imagination, I'm not creative. Most of the time, if you really pin people down, they haven't tried. They haven't made those lists. They haven't started a mind map. It's in their head. I can't do it. I can't do that. Well, have you tried? Well, no. Well, hey, I can't come up with any idea. Do you have an idea notebook? Well, no. I don't know what to draw. Do you have an idea notebook? Well, no. Yeah, this is a cute book, isn't it, Rebecca? If you keep an idea collecting notebook, you will never run out of ideas. It's just most people, and I just got to say it, most people are probably just too dang lazy to do it. And then don't come crying when you say, I don't know what to draw, I don't have an idea. And don't email me if you've told me that before. I don't want to hear it. But for the most part, hey, Paula Decker, for the most part, the ideas that we've done, this is segment idea collecting 40 shows on idea collecting. I'm sure there's one idea out of those hours that you could pull from, even if it's just to start. And by the way, I do have, if you want to be in the Society of Idea Collectors, and I know I get overwhelmed every time I say this, but you have to email me. Email one of the girls will put my email in the chat. You email me. You have to email me your address, because I do giveaways to the Society of Idea Collectors, and I can't go trying to hunt you up if you win a drawing. So I have to have your address if you want to be in the Society of Idea Collectors. The only other requirement is when you email me your address, email me and tell me what kind of book, what kind of notebook, composition, whatever it is that you will be using to start writing down your ideas. Now, you can change your mind later. It doesn't matter. The point is to start. And I just want to know what you're going to start collecting your ideas in. A blank sketchbook, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just, I just want to know that you have decided to try to collect ideas. Thank you, guys. Beginner's Mind in 4 parts. And like I said, I haven't read any of this. I just got this book over the weekend. Fall back into the moment. Concentrate on your breathing. Use your senses. Feel how your feet touch the ground and listen to the sounds around you. Don't try to stop your thoughts, but take a step back and notice them. Don't respond. Quietly return to your breathing. So, this is one of those ones where you relax. Especially if you're a go kind of person, step back, chill, sit outside with a sketch pad or your idea notebook, and just, so there's just one idea there. I love these. So, okay, you're writing like crazy. Good, Artsy. Well, keep that paper out because you're going to be doing more writing here in a minute. I'm just going through this little book that I happened to buy this weekend. And I think it's the same one Paula bought and showed too. Stumbling is allowed. When you start a new project, you have to learn new skills. Children fall down 10 times and get back up again just as often. But as grown-ups, we are often more inclined to stop and think, I'm obviously no good at this. Persevere, and remind yourself you're learning something new. Mistakes are part of the course. That's true of anything that you want to learn. I find, especially because this is an art show, it's a chat show, art show, but because we do drawing, painting, all different kinds of art projects and art skills at different levels, I hear all the time, I can't draw. Well, how much time and effort and money and classes and practice and sketchbooks do you do? Well, I drew once and I couldn't draw. Can't help you. I do my best to encourage people, but I can't put that pencil in your hand and make you draw. You got to practice, and that's true of anything. Try something new, really listen, and this is talking about in a conversation. And I like I said, I want to do another episode on list listening, where we're going to talk about how to listen to conversations, pick up different topics out of the conversation and list them. But we're not going to have time to do that today. Then another little, section here. And then this one, these are some, I didn't take the little belly band off of this one. Little, Insta, what do you used to call these? Insta stack. What do they used to call these? Photographs, the Insta ones. There's a name for them. Yeah, Polaroid, but an Insta something. But yeah, Polaroid. Thank you, Terry. And what I like about these is something like this is a great viewfinder. And we've talked about viewfinders before when you're outside or anywhere, really, just looking through a viewfinder to get condensed down a scene to concentrate on. Maybe I'll pull one of these. I don't know if I can use that on my eye. We'll try. We'll see. Okay. Because we're going to do photo things today. InstaStack. Is that what it is? Susan, thank you. I mean, I know they sell new versions of them now. Perspectives on being alone. We need time alone. There's more space in our heads for new thoughts and more creativity. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. I mean, there's just all kinds of little quotes. And, if you have a quote book, like I have multiple quote books, I'm trying to concentrate my quote book into my brush lettering notebook that I got from Xandra, that I bought from Xandra, this one. I'm trying to incorporate this notebook as my quote book with brush lettering. And y'all know we got this book recently. Well, I bought this book and showed it, positive quotes. So I've got it marked off different topics. I am highlighting in this one. And then I will write these quotes, my favorite ones, out in brush lettering. And I know, I'm retired, so I can do this all day long. I do my art as long as much as I want. I can spend 20 hours a day if I want. And I understand not everybody has that amount of time. one of the benefits of having some kind of an idea collecting notebook is you can write down all those ideas you don't have time for now. Even just writing them down can be therapeutic and be rewarding, because you know you may not have time today to get to that, but you'll have like 30 seconds or a minute to write that down. Even if it's on a post-it note, write that idea down and then take that off and stick it in your composition book for later, you know, or whatever it is you use for your idea collecting. And keep something handy. It's good to have, if you're on the go all the time, have a little, something like this in your purse or something. Oh, thank you, Lynette. Thanks so much for the super chat. So something, anything, I mean, I know you're going to say, I like your show, but is there any questions or anything you want to ask? Because super chat gets, they get like top of the conversation. That's why they call it a super chat. But send me your address, Lynette. I probably have it, but send it to me again, and I'll send you one of my art discs, which I'm going to be making another batch of those. The art discs that we made a couple weeks ago. Here, I got one here. These. So I'm sending out art discs to the super chat people that super chat me and PayPal tip jar me. I keep that in my about me in my YouTube, and I sometimes remember to put the tip jar information in the description box, but I don't do it every day. But it's in the about section. But anyway, if you want one, I'll send that to you, Lynn. If you want to, Lynette, if you want to send me your address, I'll do that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Anybody that supports the channel, I try to send you a little something, something. So thanks so much. That's very kind. Gail said, heck, I'm retired and I still don't have enough time for everything. Okay, you got an appointment. All right, Gail, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, you're a good sister to go visit your sister in the hospital. Have a good day, Gail. Be a blessing. Thank you. So, yeah, so write down, if it's just in your head, carry a small book with you to write ideas. Yeah, Jennifer. It can be anything. The Traveler's inserts are the perfect little booklets. And the thing about the Traveler's inserts is, because you can take them out of the book, out of your bind, out of the elastic, you can take them out and just carry one with you. I do have one in here that has, it might be in my bedroom, where I, write down ideas, and then if it gets full, then you can file it in whichever, in your Traveler's note, the full book. You can put that insert in the book, but you don't have to carry your whole big, thick Travelers with you. You can just carry, email me, Lynette. Thank you. Then you don't have to carry the whole thing with you. Just, one insert. 2 ways. Oh, thanks, Picola. So here's Dare to Go Offline. Now I gotta say, this would probably be, and Flo does this quite often. They talk about going offline for a week or a month, or or cut your online time in half. I do not do this. Then maybe maybe that you need to, or something. Maybe I should have less time. But I have so many people that I interact with on so many different platforms that to go offline is just really not, with my YouTube channel and all that, going offline is just really not an option at this point. Great for ideas and projects, and break it down what I need. Yeah, Jennifer. But, I think, it's probably a good idea to have downtime, get away, if you go on vacation. We take each other wherever we go, so it's hard to get away, right? Right, Artsy? Yeah. But if you have, a lot of us do not have art friends and art contacts in real life. If you, depending on where you live, your situation, your location, your health, depends on how much you can get out and about. I understand not everybody can get out and about. I like to try to get to the high museum, go to the art supply store, other than just visiting the family and stuff. I like to go to the lake. I do get away and go to the lake, but like, was it Paula said this? Let me see if I can find the picture real quick. When I went to the lake the last time, let's see if I can find a picture. Where would it be? Is it in my? There again, I try to remember where I have pictures. I have like 3,000 pictures on my phone. Let's see. All right, I got to turn my light back up on. I turned the light down so that I could show it, but I got to find it. Let me go back to my fishing pictures here. Here's one. All right, let me turn the light down so it'll show up on camera. So Paula, so funny. Paula saw this picture, Journal Artista. This is me at the lake fishing. She goes, "Who else takes their rolly cart of supplies fishing?" There's my tackle box, and I got fishing rods out in the water. I've got one of my traveler's journals in my lap, and look, I have my rolly cart of supplies. Hi, Eileen. So yeah, there's my my rolly cart. And that was so funny when Paula goes, "Who else takes a rolly cart of supplies fishing?" Well, I do. So, I don't really ever get away from it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so let's keep going through this book real quick. Hi, Iona. I don't think it's Iona. It could be Leona. I'm not sure of the cap I's and L's, but Iona maybe. Happy Hump Day, Becky. Where's Happy Hump Day? It is, Melinda. It is. So here's some little cards. Offline's a new luxury. Offline's, I don't know if they're all going to say the same thing, but there's little cards. See the little cards that come in here? And you could send them, their postcards. You could send them to somebody. So don't anybody send them to me because I'm not probably going to go offline. Yeah, I do fish with, I did go fishing with the Grands not too long ago. I showed pictures of those. Well, here, let me show you. Hang on. Don't ever tempt me with showing pictures of the Grands. I mean, really, let's see. There's me and Hubster fishing. Hang on, I got to go back a fishing trip here. Let me go back another trip because they'll be in groups. They'll be together. Hang on, there's a lot of cat pictures these days. Lots of cat pictures. Okay, here's one of the fish I caught here. There's one of my catfish right there. Oh wait, let me turn the light down. There we go. One of my catfish. What else do we got here? And I've shown pictures like these on my Twitter. Here, I'll show you this. Yeah. All right, we're going to finish out a minnow here. So, get my hook. I'm going to put on a bass minnow here. Right behind his fin. There we go. All righty, time to cast. But I'll show you my favorite one if it's in here. Is it this trip or was it the one? I think it was the one before that. Oh man, I really want to show that one. I think it's on the other. Okay, I think it's the other trip before this one. Let me scroll back. I don't know why I thought it was on that one. No, it's on the one before. Hang on, guys. Let me go back to another fishing picture. See, this is a rabbit trail that we go on. Look at all these cat pictures. Oh my gosh. I need to cloud these off my phone. Hang on. Where's that one video? Well, here's one where, okay, so here's one.
Okay, so I'm going to bait my hook here. The nice juicy red. Come back here, little fella. So, we'll catch us a mess of catfish. There we go. Okay, ready to fling.
But I want to show you. Wait, I got one more to show you. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Hubster took it. Oh, I think it's this one. All right, here we go.
Bring him in, Did you get him?
No, that's not the one. I don't.
Just a little bread.
No, that's not the one. Wait a minute. Here it is. It's right this one. Okay, I think it's this one.
Oh my gosh, I got a chair.
Oh my gosh, he sure did.
You want a video of that?
I got it.
I caught a chair, people.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's enough.
All right.
I caught a chair. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and then yeah, here's Hubster sitting on the dock there. There's Hubster. I know. It was so funny because I was reeling in, and Hubster was ready to, film me catching something big, and I caught a chair. And then the other thing that Hubster we like to go metal detecting. We're out metal detecting. Here's another one. We're out metal detecting. And I do have a little video somewhere of Hubster. Maybe this is it. Is this it? Let's see. No,
Okay.
Maybe. Let's see if this is it. I'm not sure.
Okay, we're on the second leg of our adventure.
No, that's not it. Wait, I want to find the one where Hubster found something metal detecting. But sorry, guys, rabbit trail. I'm still looking for the kids catching their fish. Hang on. I got to scroll back to the fishing episode before that one, maybe. Didn't think it was that far back. Okay, here's Hubster metal detecting. I think this is the one here. Let me turn it sideways here. Okay.
Treasure hunters don't say, I can't get in there. Kick it around, CBC. Don't tell me it's another beer can. Here, would you like this? All right. Well, I'm trying to film. Oh, brother, I want to step in this fire ant hill. Here. We need to get one of those rod ones, the close kind. When you get, like, in the hole kind,
Just a piece of cannonball shell.
Nuh-uh. Is it really? Let's see. Here. It looks like a cow patty.
It's a cannonball shell.
Is
Fragment.
it really?
Sure looks like it.
I don't know. I think it's a fossilized cow patty. Well, we'll be back.
I'm still looking for the pictures of that. It's not. I think I passed them by. Where the pictures? Yeah, I didn't. They're not this far back. Hang on. Let me. I thought it was. I mean, seriously, people, it did not look like a That's what it looked like to me. Fossilized cow patty. Okay, here, hang on. Let me find. I want to show you where they caught some fish. I got so many fishing pictures and cat pictures. The cats have overtaken my phone. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Hang on, guys. I'm still looking. Ah, here we go. Okay, so here's one that Boo took, and I actually got it's a little bit of a video kind of thing, maybe here. So there's Boo. She caught that one. Cam caught. There's Boo. Catch that one. Here's Cam caught this one. And then here they are sitting on this is after the fishing. Of course, they're back on their phones. But I love this picture of them. Somebody asked what I retired from. I've moved like 30 times in my life. I was raised in the military, married the military. I've had a lot of jobs, but the last job that I retired from was visual merchandising, decorating department stores. Yeah, that's what I retired from. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, dare to be mindful. Negative thoughts are deadly for creativity. Mindfulness can put a kind of spam filter on your mind. Why mindfulness is good for you. And there's also another magazine out now called Mindfulness. I bought one or two of them. A calm mind is a creative mind. So dare to nourish yourself. Oh, thanks guys for coming and going. Thanks for popping in. We're going to do our giveaway here in a few minutes, and then we'll do our project. How to organize your own drawing night. You know, if you have people that you can hang with, dare to be quiet. I see notebooks and pens and pencils. So again, I haven't read all this. I just got it over the weekend. Here's some little coloring pages. Of course, we already know about coloring. Dare to team up. So, collabs or partners or whatever. So anyway, that's the flow book. Creativity takes courage. Dare to think differently. And this is just my most recent one on creativity. I love to read about creative ideas and helping other people be creative. Okay, so we will be giving away this book in a minute. Oh, thanks, Limo. That's so sweet. Thank you. I try not to overdo the family photo thing, but hey. All right. So I showed this book already a little while ago if you weren't here. And Zelie gave me one and gave us one to give away. So we're going to give away one of these. Do y'all want to try to do this before we do our project? Maybe should we go ahead and try to do it before? Because it's like herding cats. All right, here, listen to the rules. Listen to the rules, please. Do not put in a number. Do not put in a number until I type in go. When you see me type in go, put in a number between 1 and 150. I think, let me get to my random.org again. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And so I got my random.org here. Here's our little box right here. I'm going to put in between 1 and 150. And it doesn't matter if there's more or less people in the room because it's the first person. So what we're going to do is when I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 150. The first person, without going over, the first person closest, the first person without going over will win the book. One number only. You do have to be a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe after you were done here. But subscribe. One number only. If you put in more than one number, you're going to be disqualified. Do not put in more than one number. Okay. And then as people are putting in their number, try not to chat because it makes it easier for the mods to find the winner. Yeah. What was it Julie Topaz said last week? It's not rocket science, people. So just one number. Remember, one number. Okay. Get your number in your head. There you go. Now you can go. One number only. Go. Now you can go. There we go. Bam! It comes on quick. Give you a couple of minutes, and then we'll do a random number. Well, I'll put who won here. Get your numbers in, everybody, because when I type in stop, then no numbers count after that. Okay, get your number in now. We don't want to be herding cats all day long. Quickly, quickly. And hi, everybody popping in. Good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. It's the first person. No, Sandra. If there's two people pick the same number, it's the first person that picked the number. The first person closest without going over. Can't go over. Okay. First person with the number without going over. Okay, last call. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop. Nothing else counts. Okay, here we go. Going to generate a number between 1 and 150. 12. Whoever's closest to 12. If everybody went over 12, then we'll do it again. So whoever's closest to 12 without going over. If everybody went over, we'll do it again. I'll do another number. You don't have to put in another number. So is there anybody that was closest to 12 without going over? Everybody can go look. Faithfulness. Is it faithfulness or faithful mess? Is it faithful mess? Okay. Had 8. And faithful, I know I have your address, but if it's not too much trouble, can you please email it to me again, just so I have it fresh? So faithful mess, congratulations, you're getting the art journaling book. And faithful mess just started doing live shows. Yep, you're a winner. Email me, faithful. Email me your address again, okay, if you don't mind. There you go. Congratulations. Hi, Katrina. So Faithful Mess won the art journaling. It's Ruby Charm Colors Art Journal, Volume 1. written and illustrated by Susan Carlson. She's on IG too. If y'all want to follow her on Instagram. Yeah. Email me, Faithful. You know what I mean when I say don't email me. Y'all know what I mean. So this one will go to Faithful Mess. You're welcome. So we'll get that out to you. I'll get it out to you by Friday. So, and I send it priority mail. So you should get it maybe Monday. Okay. All righty. So there we go. Congratulations. Okay. So now we're going to work. Now you're going to work, people. Now it's time to work. You're welcome, Faithful. Okay. So here's what I asked people to do on Instagram yesterday. And I got my iPad here because I'm going to bring it up hopefully bigger on my iPad on Twitter. So let me go to Twitter here. Okay. So I got my message. So what I did is I asked, whoever saw me on Twitter, that's part of our group, the Society of Idea Collectors. Oh, and by the way, if you're still here and you're part of the Society of Idea Collectors, I'm going to do some more drawings today. You don't have to be here for this because I have everybody in this bowl. I have your address. And unless you moved, if you moved, well, what can I say? But everybody that's a part of the Society of Idea Collectors, I put your name in the bowl. And then if you win, I put your name in another place so that you only win once at a time. And if we go through all the names, we'll put everybody's names back in the bowl. But once you win something, and this is just usually an art card, a little thing of washi tape, just a little something, so that I'm thanking you for being a Society of Idea Collector person. But everybody in here, I have to have your address before your name goes in the bowl. So you don't have to be here for this. But anyway, so we're going to do some of that in a little while too. I'll keep the bowl handy. Okay. So, so I asked everybody to send me, hi, Kenneth. I asked everybody to send me a picture. And I got about 10, 15 people sent me a picture. I just asked last night. So it was just like overnight. Now, I'm not going to tell you who sent me the picture. I'll do that at the end of the day. At the end of the show today, I'll tell you who sent the pictures, okay? But for now, the person that sent it is not, I don't want to tell you who sent the pictures because then that might influence your thought process on it, right? So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to try to bring these up. There we go. I want you to get out a piece of paper. And again, I'm going to write huge with a big fat Sharpie. I write huge on here for the camera to show up. But normally I write very tiny. So what I want you to do is try to write small so that you can fit a lot of information on the page, right? I'm going to do it big so that you can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture off the iPad. And what I want you to do is we're going to mind map based off the picture. The first thing I want you to do, now you can do a couple of different ways. I think that the easiest thing to do is to write the main thing that you see. That's just the simplest. I try to keep my mind mapping, list making, idea collecting ideas down to the simplest level. There are tons and tons of multiple, we can do more in-depth mind mapping, list making ideas, but I try to keep it simple because I try to remember. No, anybody can play along, Pepper. You can you can be an idea collector right now. Just get a piece of paper and you're in. Now if you want me to get your name in the bowl, you have to email me and your address. But anybody can start being an idea collector at any time. All you need is some place to write your ideas down. A 3-ring binder, a composition book, a sketchbook, Post-it notes, something. But again, I'm going to write huge here so that it shows up. But the smaller you write, the more information you can get on a page. Okay. All right. So when I show you the picture, you can write down what you see, the main thing you see in the picture, or you can write down your first response. It doesn't have to be, and I'm going to probably show you a few different examples. It doesn't have to be what is the picture, but your first thought that came to you when you saw the picture. And I'll give you a second to write your ideas down before I start writing mine down, because I don't want you to be influenced by mine. I want you to first think of it yourself. Does the note section on the, whatever you want, Sandra, the problem that this with doing it, unless you have a Cintiq or you're writing with a DigiPen pencil, unless you can draw, with it, probably not. I'd rather you just have a piece of paper and pencil, because, unless you're digi savvy and you have a iPen and you can draw, then you do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be, Lynn. Yes, y'all are getting off on my circle isn't straight. Doesn't have to be, people. This is, as a matter of fact, try not to make this perfect. Try, because you can always rewrite this. This is just think of this as your thumbnail. This is your thumbnail. This is your initial thought. First impressions. Make it, if it's messy, as long as you can read it, this is not a piece of art here, people. This is not a piece of art. Okay. All right. So I am going to show you a picture, and the first thing that comes to your mind, write in that circle. Okay. I'm going to probably write 2 or 3 different things over here, and then I'll pick one and we'll go from there. If you have 2 or 3 different ideas on what you see, make you a little list over here, okay? Make you a little sidebar of everything that you think of. That probably even would be better, okay? Go ahead and make you a sidebar here first. And I don't like to number things. I just like to bullet dot it, because I don't want anything to have necessarily a priority at this stage, okay? It's not about priority. It's just about gathering information. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you a picture. Over here on your sidebar, write down whatever comes to your mind when you see this picture, okay? Write down everything that comes to your mind. I'll give you a minute. I'm going to bring my paper over here to the side and do mine, because I don't want you to see mine yet, because I don't want it to influence anybody else. Okay? Write down everything that comes to your mind. You can write down hummingbird too. Okay, you can write down hummingbird. And then after you see my list, if you want to add to your list with some of my ideas, then that's fine. Okay, but make your own list now. Try to get 8 or 10 things. Okay. Anything that comes to your mind. It's not a contest. It's whatever comes to your mind. Okay? Just whatever. Write it down. Because here's the thing about the things that you're thinking about will pertain to you. Okay? They're going to be your ideas, your impressions, your thoughts. It's not going to be mine or other people's. That's why it's important, just whatever. No one's going to see your list. You can write down, I don't even want to give you any ideas. You write down anything that comes to your mind, 8, 10 things. And of course, you can spend more time making more, list it longer. Okay, great. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for being here. Go start your notebook. Go start your idea notebook. Great. You're welcome. Okay. Now, I'm not going to spend too long, because I want us to go through about 10 different pictures. So I'm not going to spend too long on each picture. I want you to get the idea. Take a photo. Okay. The idea is to take a photo and we're going to mind map it more. Okay. So here's the first things that just came to my mind when I looked at the hummingbird. Flight, hummingbird, soar, weightless, blue, shimmer, shine, glow, quick, and visible. Those are the things that came to me immediately, like without a lot of thought. Okay. Terry, next. So now what I want you to do is pick one of these, and I'll do mine off. Well, maybe I'll do it here. I'm trying to make you think you're for yourself and not use mine, but what I want you to do is take that word, okay, whatever word you picked, whichever one of these words you picked. And again, the smaller you write, the more you can get on one sheet of paper. I'm writing big for the camera. All right, so now what I want you to do is over here, just make you a short list. It could be longer. Let me write over here, impressions. First impressions. Okay. Now I want you to look, do the colors. Let me show it again. Okay. Now just kind of quickly write down the colors that you see. If you could just have blue, but you could be more, like turquoise. I see purple, gray, whatever, just write down some colors. Okay. These are just different things that we're going to pull from that word. Okay. Now, do y'all remember our questions? Remember I say you always have your list of questions handy? Who, what, where, why, when. And these are just the simplest ways to gather information. And Mary Altier, she said, why not? So you can add why not. Okay. So write your questions down, at least have them handy. It doesn't have to necessarily be on this sheet. Again, I'm already running out of room because I write big. So give everybody a minute on this. Yeah, next what? Yeah, you can ask whatever questions you want. But what I want you to do is, and again, the picture itself and the colors, if you can't find a picture that inspires you, go on. That's why I said to go on design-seeds, design-seeds.com for pictures. If of course, with the internet, you can find pictures. But what I like about design-seeds.com is they have the colors there already. Yeah, see, Karen, there's just so many ways. Now, this is just mostly what I try to do. It's very basic. It's to make you think. Okay, it's to make your imagination. Remember SpongeBob? Imagination. It's to make your imagination get going. Okay, this is not necessarily to you, although it can lead to, the more you do it, an exact project. If you've seen Mary Altier take these things and she's written books, stories, paintings, she takes a lot of time with the Society of Idea Collector ideas and really develops them extensively. We don't do too extensive. We've done a few, but we don't do too many because we're doing so many other projects. But Mary has done so many awesome projects with our Society of Idea Collector. She impresses me. Yes, it trains your brain. Yeah. Anything that comes to you, anything. It doesn't have to be something I'm saying. There's no right or wrong, people. Whatever ideas, just anything that comes to you. Oh, another sales call. Whatever comes to you, just write it down. Don't overthink it. Somebody just use the word designs. If a design comes to you, write it down. So what you'll eventually do, now I'm gonna jump ahead a little. What you're eventually gonna do here, I want you also to do, how does this make you feel? How does the picture make you feel? In conjunction, it can be in conjunction with all your questions, you can be just in conjunction with everything. But, think about how it makes you feel. Because if you're going to write a story or an illustration or, a painting, whatever it is you can grasp from this, if you can put your feeling into it, it's going to mean more to the viewer and to you. Okay? Yes, I know. I know, Melinda. That's so true. Melinda says, I love Mary. The why not sounds like her upbeat little soul. I know, right? We love Mary. Everybody's saying they love Mary. Mary's not here, and I know we embarrass Mary, but, we love you, Mary. Okay. So we'll carry the feelings over to this page. Okay. So, the whole thing about this process, guys, and again, let me get one of my other. Well, here's a mind map. Let me just pull this out. So, like when I'm mind mapping or whatever, like, look, see how small I write? I write small, but I'm writing big for you guys so you can see. Okay? I know she is a doll and she is sweet. And I hope y'all watch her show. I'm behind about a month on her shows. Hi, DJ. Super late today. Wasn't feeling. I hope you feel better. Hang out with us. You'll feel better. I know Mary. She is so humble and literally, people. I feel like she's the sweetest person I've ever met online, and I'm not exaggerating. Mary is. I just love Mary. Okay, so now. What I want you to know, we're not going to have time to do this now. You're not going to have time. I mean, you can write your initial stuff down, but answering all your questions, who, what, where, why, when, and how. Okay. You're going to have to take some time to do this with your pictures, because you're going to sit there and listen, look at it. And you can, like, for instance, the whose yard is this hummingbird in? Because a lot of times, people have the hummingbird feeders. You just have to ask all the questions yourself and what it will mean to you. Me answering these questions is not going to help you in the sense of, because it's not really to give you an answer. It's not really, oh, thank you, Jeannie. Mama 4. Thank you. Is that you? Make sure I have your address so that I can send you an art card. It could be a bird sanctuary. Exactly, Sandra. See how everybody's going to be thinking immediately. I think of a hummingbird first because I think of grandma and I think of mom. They both have hummingbird feeders. And so they're the first person I think of when I see a hummingbird. Okay. So all these questions can be more and more and more. And every single answer can be mind mapped too. Because once you have grandma and mom and a hummingbird connected, then that's off on whole nother tree. That's going to be a whole nother tree of answers and questions. So what I'm suggesting you do here is take a picture like the hummingbird, explore it, think about it, ask who might have it. It doesn't have to be the answer. It doesn't have to be grandma and mom. It could be, the bird sanctuary. It could be, anything that you relate to it. Everything you relate to it. Tomorrow will be 3 clean and sober. Congratulations, Ashley. Arts helped heal your soul. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations on that. I know you'll get a lot of congrats on that. Okay, what? Okay, so it's a bird. A hummingbird's a bird. Are there different things depending on how much research you want to do? What kind of bird? What kind? Is it, are there different species of birds? I don't know off the top of my head, depending on how much you want to learn about a bird. The other thing I'll tell you about this is if you have kids in school, if you can teach them And it doesn't have to be as complicated as I'm trying to get as much information on here as possible, but a simplified version with just the questions, a picture, and their thoughts, their thoughts on it. If they can learn how to be engaged in a mind map, and that could include them drawing a picture. Oh, thank you, DJ. Bemini Juice. Thanks for the inspiration. Well, thank you, DJ. Send me your address so I'll send you an art card. Thanks so much for the super chat, DJ. I appreciate that. Here's my email again if you didn't catch it. And the girls usually put it in for me too. Email me. Well, that's a .com. That's a com at the end, not co. Sometimes typo it right. Terry will put it in for me. Or Picola. Thanks, guys. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. So if you can get kids engaged in doing a mind map, especially if it involves drawing, sketching, even a doodle, if you just tell them just to doodle something, it doesn't have to be, because you don't want to discourage them. Oh, I can't draw, especially if they're new to it, right? But if you can have them pick out the colors, show them a picture, ask them to pick out the colors, and then let them answer these questions. Regardless of the answers they have, it's a right answer. Don't make them feel like this is a homework assignment where if they get the wrong who, or if they say, oh, that looks like, it doesn't look like a hummingbird. That looks like a bumblebee that's blue. Let them roll with it. Let them roll with it. The idea is to get them engaged in it, because kids will love to do this kind of thing because it's their ideas, their imagination. If you give them a sketchbook and tell them to, do one idea per page or a double page spread and let them do this, they'll be more engaged in learning. Remember we did the bumblebee thing? I don't know where I have that right off the top of my head. I think I put it over here. I think it's in one of my idea notebooks. I don't want to go digging for it right now. But I started writing down all the information about the bumblebee or bees. So I made myself a note. How many, draw every species of bees. Well, I thought maybe there'd be about 20 kinds of bees. I think there's I don't know. I don't remember now. 50,000, no, 10,000. I don't remember now. But there's thousands of species of bees. I had no clue that there was that many, So anyway, the what, what kind of bird, you can just ask these questions yourself. Where? And then also, guys, not only literally where is that bird? Is that bird in Texas? Is it in Texas? If you could say that. But where could it be? What if you put that bird on the moon? What if there's a hummingbird in Antarctica? Start using your imagination. Just imagine that hummingbird in the oddest places. It's just an exercise. Again, it's just an exercise. So don't get all, oh no, don't overthink it. But if you start and putting your questions in just odd places, you're going to start having ideas for stories, paintings, illustrations, whatever your medium is, right? Poetry, if you're a writer, if what if you had a vision of a hummingbird as an angel in Antarctica? So if you okay, all right, Ian. Thank you, Ian. Thanks for hanging and lurking. Make your video because Ian, we love your videos. Ian's an awesome watercolor artist. Well, he does lots of things, but watercolor especially. So if you just start letting your imagination write down whatever you think about it. It might sound stupid. Oh, that's dumb. There'll never be a hummingbird in Antarctica. Well, in your world, there could be. Okay. You got it under control. Thanks, Julie. Why, when, how, and why not? Ask these questions about your picture with the colors, with your, you start making your own list. Start making another list of your hummingbird And I don't want to, by me telling you my ideas, I don't want it to influence yours. Hummingbird in Antarctica. You know, what kind of bird feeder does he have there? Who's feeding him? What does he eat on that ice cap? And this is just what came to me with the hummingbird. You could probably have, and you will probably have, a totally different imaginative narrative with this exercise. Okay, is everybody still with the tour? Does anybody have any questions? Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking, because we're going to go on to another picture. Does he have a little coat? Oh, Kia, that would be so cute. A little coat, a little shimmery coat, a little like Joseph of many coat of many colors, because you know how shimmery they are. What kind of coat does he have, Kia? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. A little coat. You could Mary. Now I'm just going to use Mary as an example. Mary could write a whole story about a hummingbird and his little coat in Antarctica. Probably a little fur-lined thing on. I know it, Mary. It is helpful. Okay, Rebecca. So again, guys, this is a whole thing about collecting ideas and using your imagination, using your creativity. I love that, Kia. His poor little tongue would freeze on the nectar feeder. That would be an issue, wouldn't it, Sandra? Good one. See where y'all are taking it. So exactly what y'all are saying in chat. Nectar feeder is a thermal cup. Yeah, it's like what are those? A Yeti cup. Faithful. The hummingbird is drinking out of a Yeti cup in Antarctica. So anyway, you get the idea. And then you could think of what kind of nectar, what type of nectar is it? You know, when did he get to Antarctica? When did he get there? How did he get there? Did he hitch a ride on an explorer's plane? Did he fly there? Did he spend his whole life getting there? You know, I mean, it's the idea. Coffee is in the feeder. I know it would be in my story, Sharon. Coffee would be in my story. The hummingbird. See, that's a good name for a story, Sandra. Hummingbird Express, straight to Antarctica. See, Julie's question is a big question for her. Is why did he go there? Yeah, it wasn't an accident. Did he get stuck on a plane? You know, how did he get there? I need to draw this on my crafts roll. Yeah, I could. Well, I've drawn hummingbirds. You know, we've drawn hummingbirds in our, let me see. Hang on. I'm using pictures that y'all supplied. The pictures that I'm going to be showing are the ones you guys submitted, because I didn't want to be biased in my selection. I wanted you guys to pick out. Just give me random pictures, and that's what I went with. And I don't know if I can find it here in my art scroll portfolio, because y'all know I cut all my pictures up. Hang on, here we go. Okay, so here's from the art scroll. There's some hummingbirds. So this was on our giant art scroll. If y'all don't know what an art scroll is, this is another good idea. Get you a roll of shipping paper. It's just a roll of craft shipping paper. $3 to $5 for a 50 feet. I don't even know how 100 feet. I know, right, Ashley? Get you a roll of craft shipping paper so that you can draw big. Draw big. See how big these hummingbirds are? They're big as my hand. Draw big, draw free, write your notes on them. answer all your questions, sketch, little sketches, big sketches. That's what we've done on our craft roll. It's just that I've cut mine up so I can find the pictures easy enough. And if you fill a whole scroll, a whole roll of craft paper, you're going to want to end up cutting it down, because here's the problem is trying to find something in a roll. You roll, 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 roll. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, where's the other one? Oh, roll back, roll, roll, roll. It's just easier. It's fun to keep everything on the roll, but if you have to go back and look for something, it's a little tedious. So anyway, okay. So write your notes on, if you want to do it on a craft scroll. The thing about that is you'll need to, if you want to, especially if you're writing stories or something, you're going to want to put that in another notebook where you can write. You got to have it accessible. If you have it on a big craft scroll, it's great for the sketching and the idea collecting, initial idea collecting. But if you got a lot of questions with answers, you're going to want to rewrite those. So incorporate the craft roll into your mind map. So help for your writers. Yeah, you can do that. But again, you're going to want to rewrite that into an easier, accessible form. Okay. Well, you have to practice a lot, Nancy. And it doesn't have to be realistic drawing either. Okay. All right. So here's our initial thing for I'm going to get some more paper here. Move this to the side. I'm going to show you a new picture. Okay. A new word. Now remember, come over here and make a list, make 8 or 10 things. When I show you the picture, start with your initial first impressions. Start with that first. Start with your first impression. List that. 8, 10, how much, you can make 100. Lists are so easy and fun to do. Everybody should have a whole notebook just for lists. Seriously. Because the other thing about having lists in multiple topics is then you can combine those topics. And I'll go back to this real quick. You should have at least these lists. A list of people, places, and things. And the people can be animals. It can be anything alive. Okay, anything living. I consider people. Okay, anything living. And you can make different lists. I have lists of every animal, different species, different continents, what animals are on different continents. You can break it down into as much detail as you can. But I'm telling you will need a 3-ring binder for your list. Yes, that exactly, Kathy. And then, of course, you can get into adjectives and you can get into lots of other things too. I'm trying to keep it simple for today, because a lot of people start this and they don't get it. And that's the other thing. A lot of people go, I don't understand mind mapping. You almost have to do it to get it. It's just one of those things. Unless you do it, you won't understand how it works, because it has to do with the way you think, the process of thinking it out and writing it out. Unless you actually write it out, you won't get it in the same depth. You have to write it down. I can't stress that enough. And I'm just doing the most simplified mind mappings that there possibly are. You can get very in depth. Your trees can branch out into, Has anybody seen that commercial? I don't even know what it's advertising, because the guy doing the commercial is kind of distracting. I don't even know what the commercial is. But it shows this guy, white-haired, like Doc kind of guy from Back to the Future, kind of guy, white fuzzy hair. And he's got this huge blackboard, like floor to ceiling in a school. You know how big those blackboards can be? And it's completely full of formulas. And it says something like, Dr. So-and-so was almost a genius. And the whole blackboard is full of formulas connecting this. Have you seen that? Well, that's how in-depth your mind maps can go. Okay. I'm trying to anything dense. Ian said anything dense is on. Hey, that's where your mind goes, Ian. If your mind goes to zombies, go for it. Oh my my gosh, what did Pacola say on this? Okay, so here we go. So anyway, make list. List. Make pages and pages of lists. And again, write small, write how you're comfortable writing, but I write tiny, so I can get a lot on a page. Yes, he's up on a ladder. That's it, Julie. Yes, he's up on a ladder, and somebody comes in with the janitor comes in with a bucket and starts cleaning off the blackboard down in the lower right corner. Yeah. Okay, so lots of lists. Okay, so now let's go back to here. I'm going to show you another picture, and I'll make my list off camera so you don't see what I'm writing initially, because I don't want you to be swayed by what I'm going to write about it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a new picture. I think I'll go ahead and tell you who did the pictures after I did. So this one was submitted by Eileen. ETEE, Eileen, the enabler elf. This one was sent to us by Eileen. Okay, so now let's go to another one. So the next one I want to go to, and I did not specify, I said anything, any picture. Okay, so here, we'll go to this one. She sent me two. I'm going to pick one. Okay, initial thoughts and whatever on this one. Okay, sorry for the camera reflection. There we go. So start making a list, your initial impressions. Okay, I'm going to leave it here for a minute. I'm going to pull my list over here to the side and try to write while I hold this. Just write whatever comes to you. 10 things, however many you can get done. Okay. Make your list. We try to behave around here, Jean. Oh, there's always some. There's always some. Okay, everybody got your got you a list going? Oh, there we go. I'm trying not to have the camera in the thing, but I can't really help that reflection, guys. I try to tilt it a little here. Okay. Thank you, Judy. Okay, is everybody ready? All right, so I'll show you what I have my initial list as. Hi, Joan. Okay, so however many you got, again, you can continue on. All right, first off, remember the colors. So let me go ahead and over here, let's do a color. Okay, the initial colors. I see Payne's gray. Okay, orange, sienna, yellow ochre. I'm thinking in color terms. You can just write whatever. Yellow ochre and a pale blue sky. There's a little green in there. I could go with some olive green. So write down some colors that you see too. You don't have to do that now, but when you have your picture, whatever picture. Yeah, it's a great picture to alter too. I'll tell y'all who sent it in a minute. First, you got to do your homework. Got to do your work first before I tell you who sent it. Okay? All right, so here's what I wrote down. Silo, fall, autumn leaves, scary movie, cornfield, children of the corn, zombie. Thanks, Ian. stars in the door, wheat, which made me think of bread, but this wheat makes a special kind of bread. It's like a magic bread. This magic bread, you only can make it once a year. So I'm going to go with magic bread. I'm taking that off my list, right? Here's my wheat, magic bread. That's the word. That's the main thing I'm going to go with. So we're going to make magic bread. You only can get this wheat. Yeah, you see Sandra sees witches flying by. The wheat that you make from the bread you make from this wheat is magic. You only can gather it once a year on a certain fall day, right? And so what does this magic bread do? So here's where you go from this to your questions. Who, what, where, when, why, how, and why not. Okay, so now you answer all these questions that has to do with your magic bread or whatever. Actually, it makes cornbread since it's a corn. Okay. All right. So you saw it as a cornfield. I saw it as a wheat field, Julie. All right. I'll admit, Julie's the one that sent the picture. Julie Topaz sent the picture, so she knows it's a cornfield. Smart Alec. Okay. So Julie sent this beautiful picture. I love this picture, by the way. But I saw it, the first impressions that came to me was a wheat field. Maybe it's because of this right back there. It looked like wheat to me. So it's a cornfield. Okay, children. But then I did think of the children of the corn. Okay, so I thought of both. I thought of the wheat and the corn. And then, of course, thanks to Ian, I thought of zombies. So now we got zombies going through there. You know, Walking Dead pictures now come to. Thank you, Ian. Thank you for that visual, Ian. Okay, so anyway, so we're making our magic cornbread. Okay, so you love this. So there you go, Beady Eye Beth. See, the thing that came to her was the smell of baking bread. That goes back to our feelings. You know, you're gonna or other senses. You do feelings / senses. Okay. Write it all down. See, this is my point, people. You got to write it down. Zombie pigeons, Joycey. You got to write it down so that to make the ideas real. And then once you get everything out of your head you can possibly think of about the magic cornbread, you'll have a story, you'll have a painting, you'll have, you'll have a you'll just have all for us, because we're artists and writers, we're going to think that way. But you could have a poem. I'm not a poet, but if you're, it could be a short story. It could be, you could write a whole novel. You could, maybe the guy, what's his name that wrote Walking Dead? Maybe his comics started out with magic cornbread. Who knows? See, Connie? So, but you have to write it down. Who's gathering the corn or wheat? Who's gathering it? Who's making it? Who's baking that bread? What kind of magic? What does eating that bread make you do? It could be a series of paintings, stories, illustrations. Even if you just do this, you will keep your mind active. You will keep your imagination going. Okay. Where is this field? Is it invisible? Is it invisible to the world? Visible to the world and only shows up once a year? Maybe that field does not exist in everyday life, but that field and that silo only show up once a year on a fall day, on a certain day, and you have to gather that wheat or corn on that certain day, and then it's invisible again. That world goes away. You have to be there once a day. And who knows about it? Who knows about this invisible field? Who knows about it? How do they find it? Why? Why do they know? Okay, how do they know? See, for some of y'all, it's a spacecraft. Some of it could be an art space. You know, it could be an art space. Yeah, y'all know. Y'all are getting it. Y'all are getting it. Now, here's the thing about getting it. You got to write it down. I cannot stress it enough. I know I repeat. Write it down. I mean, and I tell everybody that when they first started their idea map, okay, here's your main word or your main thing. Write it down. The next thing are your questions. Your who, what, where, why, when, how, and why not. That's those questions, okay? Write your questions down. That should be on the very front page. This is on your front page of whatever you're using, okay? All right, so let's go on to another picture. All right, we got a few more pictures. Are y'all having fun with this? I'm loving it. I don't know if y'all are having fun. You see, you can go through a lot of, that's why you need, this is copy paper that I punched holes in. And by the way, if you buy a ream of copy paper at Staples or Office Max, if they don't have the already punched holes, which sometimes they do, sometimes they're out of it, they'll punch the holes for you. But if you buy a ream of paper, copy paper, get the ones with the holes already punched in it. So you can just stick it right in your notebook. Okay. All right, let's go on to another picture. Okay, and remember, we're going to go with the list. First impressions. And then this is your main theme that you're going to gather from your 8, 10, whatever. Okay? All right, so that picture was by Julie Topaz. She actually sent 2 pictures. Let me show you the other one she sent while we're at it. Don't do this picture. I'm just going to show it to you. Here's the other picture she sent. So she sent that picture as well. All right, so now we're going to go on to somebody else. All right, here we go. Let me turn it sideways because I think it'll be bigger. Okay, so here's the next picture. Let me try to, there we go. All right, so here's the next picture. I'll leave it up here for a minute. Write down let me keep my list over here and I'll start writing mine down too. Okay, just write down a list of your initial, and sorry for the camera reflection there, guys. I really can't make that go away. I'm trying to tilt it away out of the way, but okay. Okay, everybody writing, write your initial, Ian, write down, Ian, you're going to be influencing everybody. You're writing up, you're going to influence. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. That you can get some ideas from Ian since he's like giving you answers. I'm writing mine off to the side so nobody can see it. Ian's just going to town. That's okay, Ian. It gives you an idea of what other people are thinking. Ian's a brat. It's okay, Ian. Seriously, it's okay. It's seriously okay, Ian. I think it's funny. Uh, Ian, is that student you would have class? That's a shout out. The answer. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bam, Ian. Gene, the teacher just smacked you down. I'll tell y'all what it is in a minute. I want you to get your first impressions, guys. And I'm trying to get it so that the camera does. There we go. So the camera doesn't reflect. Okay. Did everybody write down some stuff? I didn't get many down because I was chiding Ian. Okay. All right. So my first off, this is a game. It's from a game. And I'll tell you who sent it in a minute. Okay. So I wrote down game because I could tell it was a game. Okay. An archer. I wrote down archer, and I've not played this game. Okay. So I don't know what's involved, who's involved. I don't know what the setting is. Okay. I thought it was old world, and I imagine this as an ancient person with excellent skills, kind of like a samurai would have samurai skills in maybe in the Renaissance. So anyway, what did Gene say? I was going to say it looked like he was looking out at another planet and was right. It could be, Gene. I mean, he may be looking at another planet, another, this is probably in gaming world. That's probably another level. That's probably another place you got to get to, as you gather skills and experience and PowerPoints, you probably get to go over there. So anyway, the main theme, that's what I thought of as my main theme. The samurai skills and maybe his old work. So he has an archer, he's an archer. So then you can ask, first off, you can pick colors. What are the colors? They're very dreamlike. I saw them as very dreamy colors, dreamy, foggy colors, misty colors. That's what I gathered from the colors. Okay. And then don't forget, you got your who, what, your questions, your who, what, where, why, when, and how. So who is he? Now, if you're playing the game, like the person, I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, well, yeah, I can tell you in a minute because she sent the name of the game. Well, I lost track. Oh, so whether or not, you knew it was a game or it was just a person like looking at an old world setting like that, you can still ask the who, what, where, why, when, how, why not, you can still ask your questions, right? But I would make it up as a time traveler. He's a time traveler. Ian's thinking Fantasyscape, Dark Tower. They're all names. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all since y'all just like busted out Ian on this one. Okay, so here's the game. And it was sent by Aaron. Hang on, let me get over here to the information about it. Hang on. The Witcher 3 has amazing landscapes. I could stare all day. Don't know if it's useful, but it's inspirational to me. So it was sent by Aaron, who's a gamer. Okay, Aaron's a gamer. Okay. See, y'all got imagination. Now, Ian, when I show the next picture, Ian, don't shout it out. But it was useful in this case, Ian, because it showed somebody else's vision, somebody else's thoughts on it, other than just me saying what I think. Terry's going, bite down, Ian. Okay, so anyway, let's go on. Let's go on. I'm going to show you another picture. Are y'all having fun with this? First impressions. We're going to get our little list here of 8, 10, whatever things. And then we're going to pick a word from that, right? Okay. This is going to be our main. It doesn't have to be a word. It can be your main theme. Okay. Make you a little chart like this if you want. First impressions. And then you want color impressions. Okay, feelings, or you can say emotional, whatever you want to say, your feelings, your emotions, emotes. You'll try not to. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. The bad mod. You having fun, Ashes? You're kind of fun? Okay, now remember, any of these you can take and draw. Write a story, write a poem, draw an illustration, even if it's just a doodle, even if you're just doodling out things. When you did the magic bread, you could draw a little loaf of bread. You could just doodle things. Oh, I gotta get my iPad back on here. Hang on. Doodle little bread, some little wheat, just doodle while you're thinking, whatever comes to your mind, just do some little doodles or whatever. Fun, fun, fun. Looks great in my Rocketbook notebook. Oh, Robin. Oh, okay. The dark side of the mod, Ian. Okay, that has to go in the Wingnut book. Okay. The dark side of the mod, Ian. Into the Wingnut book you go, Ian. Hey, Patricia. Okay. All right. So here we go. If you're just starting out, if you're just getting here, you're late or whatever. Oh, before we do anything, because we're doing the society, let's go ahead and pick a couple names. Let's pick one anyway. We'll pick one. I'll pick like 3 names or something today. All right. So I'm going to mix them all up. I'm going to cover it up so I can't see. I'm going to dig down in here. I'm going to dig down in here and pull out one name. I'm going to pull out one name because there's a whole bunch stuck together. There we go. Jane Richter. Jane. And see, I have everybody's address from here. So Jane, I'm going to send you an art card or a little something, something in an envelope. So let me do a Society of Idea Collectors little. Okay, I need to get me a piece of tape. Hang on. Look, wrong tape. Okay, I got to get open a new tape here. So I don't know that Jane's here. I don't think I've seen Jane. So, okay. So Jane. So I'll just do a little thing here like this so I can keep track of everybody. Okay. Yay for Jane. I don't think she's here, but okay. So we're going to do a couple. We'll do some more of that in a minute. Okay. So let's go to the next picture. Oh, so if you're just joining us, what you need is a bunch of just scrap paper, copy paper. And again, write smaller so you can get more information. I'm writing big so you can see on camera, but you can write small. Okay, let's move this one out of the way here. Let's get there we go. All right. Ready? I'm going to show you another picture. So that was by Aaron. So thank you, Aaron. Okay, the next picture, I'll tell you who it's by after the fact. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So here we go. All right, y'all ready? Ready for another picture? All right, here we go. Get my head out of the way there. All right, so here's the picture. Sorry, guys, it wants to. Okay, remember, make you a list. I'm going to take my list. Ian, make you a written list. I'm going to write down my first impressions. Ian. And I'm just writing my first impressions. It may not make anything to do with Just write, Joycey. Don't say anything. Just write. Don't forget about your color impressions. Okay, give y'all a couple minutes. Just write down, 8 or 10 initial impressions. Y'all working on it? Hang on, guys. Let me touch it again. There we go. Hey, Sandra, anybody else that's coming in I've missed? I'm sure I'm missing people coming in. We're doing a Society of Idea Collectors Idea Day. You got 11 this round, Faithful? Okay, right. Give everybody another 30 seconds. All right, so here we go. All right, so my initial reactions are, and I know it may not make sense to anybody, it doesn't have to. So I thought of the koi in Japan, koi fish in Japan, and koi ponds. I should say koi pond. But that didn't stop me from continue on like, all right. So then I thought of it, they all looked like they were in chaos. And then, and for some reason, it just reminded me of Tarzan, Florida, Disney, the jungle. And it's not even Disney. What is it that's in Florida? One of y'all will know. Pensacola. What's that place where Tarzan was filmed? Hubster would know because he's been there when he was a kid. Where it just reminded me of it, the feel of it, not necessarily the koi, but it kind of took me to that place where they filmed Tarzan. And I can't even remember the name of it, but that's where my mind went. Okay. And then I thought of them as floating or flying. Not Tarzan, although Tarzan could be floating and flying, but I imagined flying koi. Hubster. No, it wasn't SeaWorld. Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Busch Gardens. It just reminded me of Busch Gardens. But anyway, so my main theme that I'm getting off of all that chaos is flying koi fish, because just the way their fins are, see, I can see them having, wings, There's my little flying koi fish. So now, you ask your questions. Who, what, where, when, why, how, and why not. Okay. So now a cola, is it a cola? Oh, okay. Well, Pensacola should know. Yeah. See, now glass bottom boats. That's another good one. But instead of a glass bottom boat, I think it's making me think of what if the flying fish, what if it was glass? What if the fish was made out of glass? A glass flying, let's write up here. Glass koi fish. You see how your imagination can just soar? We have beautiful koi fish at our Japanese gardens, Eileen said. Sorry, I'm working, didn't change screens. Oh, that's all right. It's all right, Lynn. Oh, okay. So again, guys, I'm going to keep it moving because I want to get through all our pictures. So, but remember, go back to our first one here. Where's our first one where we did a whole bunch of stuff? Okay. Remember, your first impressions. Let me get a red. Let's get a red pen. Get out my teacher pen here. Do your first impressions, your colors, and it doesn't have to be like over here I wrote yellow, orange, white, and fern. You can write, where's that other one I wrote down? It wasn't even the colors. It was my impression of the colors. Here. No, that was the colors. Here. Dreamy, foggy, misty on that other one. Okay, and the question. So these are your main topics, or there's your main theme right there. So if you just do this, just keep a little list of this and chart. Okay, got to have our first impression. That would be our list. Okay. Okay. Look at this one here. We want our first impression from the photo, the colors, first impression colors, ask our questions, who, what, where, when, why, how, and why not. Your main theme, the main theme that you pulled from your list. Okay. We still have people here, so. Ocala, call a lily. See, now I just immediately imagine a lily that was a phone or a speaker. See, this is how it works, guys. When you hear an idea, that's why you got to write things down. So we said Ocala. Joycey said Ocala, call a lily. All right, so what if you had a lily? Okay. It could be a microphone. Microphone. That just looks funny. You could have a whole little world of fairies and elves. This could be their phone. This could be a microphone, or it could be a speaker. You know, maybe the leader of the world, this is how they broadcast. They broadcast through that. You see? You just got to go with it, people. Roll with it. Okay. So that was our first impression from the koi and the person who did send that one. Let me go back here. Let me go back. Limo, Norma. Norma's the one that sent that. Okay. So that was Norma. Thank you, Norma. All right. Moving on. Yeah, cool palette, right? All right. I don't know what I do with the lid of my thing here. I don't know. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. We're going to go to another picture. All right. So remember, let's do first impressions. Main theme from here. Picked from one of that. Our colors, our emotions, and our questions. Okay. It would be cool palette. Oh, yeah. Okay. Same thing. Okay. We're going to go to the next one. Okay. So here's the next picture. Okay. Let me turn it sideways so we can get a bigger view of it. All right. So here we go. I'm trying to get, and the colors aren't showing up very good, but I can't get it too light or it won't show up. Let's see if I can get can't do it from there. Hang on, guys. Let me try to get it lighter. Just a little lighter. Hang on. Let me turn my light up just a little. Just a little. I don't know if it'll make a difference. All right, there we go. Okay, there you go. Do your first impressions. Oh, was it you? I'm sorry, Picola. Why did I say it was Norma? I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong name. Picola sent the koi pond. Thank you, Picola. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought it was Norma. I was on another list of messages. Sorry, Picola. It was Picola that sent the koi pond. Thank you. I'm trying to squeeze in so much stuff at once. Okay, thanks, Picola. Okay, right. All right, let me move my paper over here. Okay. Get all your first impressions. It can be something in the picture, your impressions. I'm trying to hold this in the air and write at the same time. I love the koi pond. Nope, gotta keep it. There you go. Everybody writing? I'm still writing. I'm trying to do as fast as I can. You got 11 was difficult. And some things are going to be harder, than others. It depends on you, your personality and stuff. This one is really huge. You got a lot of stuff, Jennifer? Keep writing. I'm still writing. Okay, Terry, bye. Oh, Terry, don't ever stay longer than your pain can take, girl. Okay, real quick. All right, I'm going to set that down. I got to say bye to Terry. Wait. Got to give Terry her send off. Have a good day, Terry. Rest your wings. Yes, Julie Topaz. Tell her to rest her wings. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is what I thought of on my first impressions. Let's get the picture back. All right, so this one I kind of went with in a different way. Okay, so I wrote down everything that came to me. Country barn, the watering can, birdhouse. I wrote down the obvious things, the dried flowers, the wire egg basket, and the chip paint. It not only reminded me of Little House on the Prairie, but it kind of reminded me of my 80s decor. Because, if y'all were around doing country decorating back then, a lot of this stuff I used in my country decorating. But you know what this makes me feel? It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel nostalgic, I should say. See, I wrote down feelings: sad, time passed, nostalgic. So this might have a total different kind if I go, rather than a main theme being from my main theme being off my first impressions, maybe it went off my first emotions. Okay. Yeah, country, farm, family. See, Jennifer's thinking of farm, country, family. I wasn't raised on a farm. This was not part of my growing up. But I had this kind of decor, when my kids were growing up. So it makes me kind of feel like a little nostalgic. Plus, like Little House on the Prairie, that's kind of a nostalgic, kind of a show where you have a lot of things. And so you're a country farmhouse girl. Yeah. So that your emotions might be different because you might have grown up on a farm with a close family, working together out in the fields. Who knows? Whatever Little House on the Prairie type life, kind of evokes for you. Farmhouse was Decor's your first. And that's all making a big comeback now. The farmhouse. I don't even know what they call it. You know, what do they call it? Neo farmhouse. I don't know what they call it in the decorating world anymore. You know, farmhouse, like old planks, old wood, chip paints, you know, that I see that in a lot of new decorating type vibes, you know, collecting old stuff like, the pickers and stuff like that. They call it farmhouse style. Thank you, Pacola. And so, you know, it could actually evoke for somebody younger, this could evoke promise, future, new, kids and new lot, new houses and new stuff for them. Farmhouse style. Yeah. So but I had the old moss and the dried flowers and those, I had that back in the 80s. So it's going to have a different feel vibe for me than it would for you guys that might be younger and have that farmhouse style now. Joanna Gaines reinvented the country. Chip and Joanna. Okay, thanks, Bacola. So, people in their 20s or 30s now that have the farmhouse style, it's going to mean something totally different to you than it would to me having that country. We just called it country. Now it's farmhouse, but having that style reinvented, right? So anyway, you might, that kind of has emotions for me. So maybe the art, the writing, the whatever that I come up with might have more to do with my emotions rather than my first impressions. Sometimes it might be the colors. The colors might inspire you. I had the dark teal, the cream, the brown, the wood. These colors might inspire you to do something. Okay. Hunter green and mauve and light blue. Exactly, Julie. Yeah. And see, when I did, window dressing, decorating, that kind of thing back then, those are the colors that we used. Farmhouse kitchen feel. There you go, Ian. Thank you, Ian. All right. So let's see who sent that picture again. Hang on. I want to get the right person because I messed up with Pacola. Sorry, Pacola. Okay, I got to go back. Here we go. Back to my Twitter because I put them in my DMs. Okay, so this one was sent by Kimberly. So Kimberly's the one that sent that one. She said, "Hi, Dee Dee. I like old watering cans and anything green and rusty." See, now that didn't even get rusty. We need rusty on there. Rusty. The color of rust. Upcycle. Good one, Ian. Ian has upcycle. Yeah. See, now y'all grab some of those ideas that are thrown out there. Yeah, Kimberly sent that one. Okay. How many do I have? I still have like 5 or 6 more. So we're going to go a little faster. All right, so now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to do my first impressions. I'm not going to take a lot of time on the questions because we're going to run out of time. Okay, so, but you get the idea, right? Little people that live in the watering can. Now, you know what that immediately made me think of, Ian? And I don't know if you've ever saw it. Remember what was it? The shrinking woman, the shrinking something. The one, was it The Fly? Anyway, it was an old black and white sci-fi movie where they shrunk down and they had to, the cat was after them. They had to climb up these strings of yarn that was like a rope to them. What was that? No, see, some people are thinking Stuart Little. I'm way back, farther back than that, Jennifer Crackalacken. Give me another 30 years back behind Stuart Little. What's that sci? Not Gulliver's Travels, but that's good too. No, Kia. No, it's way back. I'm thinking black and white sci-fi. Nope, not Land of the Giants. Before Land of the Giants. No, before Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I think one of them was The Fly. No, that was when the guy turned half fly. What was the name of it? Hubster would know. Oh my gosh. Anyways, old black and white movie. And I think every day they're getting littler and littler and littler until they were going to be invisible. They're going to be gone. Hang on, let me ask Hubster. I gotta know. Hang on. Hubster. Okay, well, it's going to be hard to ask him because he's not here. I don't know if it's the amazing shrinking man. Oh, what was it? Incredible shrinking man? Is that what it was, Miss Lennox? That sounds about right. The incredible shrinking man. Thanks, guys. So anyway, he was a scientist or somebody, drank something and he started shrinking and shrinking, so until apparently 1957. Okay. All right. So Ian took me off on that rabbit trail. Okay. Next picture. Now we're going to go through these pretty quick. Okay. So remember, first impressions. This is what you want to do with each one. But I'm going to just go through them kind of quick because I want to get everybody that sent me a picture, I want to show them. Okay. Ready? Let's turn it sideways here. You ready? First impressions, 10 things or so. Okay. Just write down your first impressions. Let me get my paper over here and I'll try to write while I'm holding this in the air. Okay. I'm writing while y'all are. Jean says, OMG, how terrible of someone to tweet that. Jean. Good one, Jean. First impression is torture, Sandra. Because you want some? I know. Conflict. There you go. See, y'all could write some stories. Y'all could write some stuff about this. Hey, Judy. Anybody? Oh, hey, Miss Vicky B. We're doing a society of idea collectors. We're collecting ideas based off of photographs. So what we're doing is we're getting our first. No, this one doesn't go with the chocolates, but we're getting our first impressions, our main theme, colors, our emotions that are evoked, and then answering the who, what, where, why, when, how, and why not questions based off of the photograph. This one's not based off of this one. The one that's based off of this one is, I don't know who would tweet that. Torture. Good, Miss Vicky. Well, we've been at it for 3 hours. So we've done a whole bunch. I'm trying to get through all the photographs that everybody submitted to me overnight. Okay, so let me just go quickly with this one. My first impressions were Valentine's or birthday or some kind of holiday, something special from a special person, because these don't look like your everyday chocolates, right? Not your everyday chocolate. And then I thought of the coconut and the shell, the fibers from the coconut, which made me think of an island treat. And then I just pictured someone on a remote island who makes these and imports them. imports these from a remote island. Okay, yeah, Miss Vicky, we're kind of winding down now. I'm not doing full on sheets of every page because we're running out of time. So I want to get all the photographs in. All right, y'all ready for another one? Remember now, you can go back. You can go back and do more, and also do your own. This is what the bottom of a what pit? That's why it takes 1,000 years to be eaten by a what is that? What kind of a pit is that, Ian? What is a what? Sarlacc pit? What is a sarlacc pit, Ian? Is that something that's only in the UK? Jennifer said mine was insulin, sugar, sprinkles, and chocolate. Well, see, now that would be, to me, that would make somebody want to invent a sugar-free chocolate that people with diabetes could eat. I'm sure it's out there, but So I don't know what that is. It is awful. Oh, no, it's in Star Wars. Oh, it's a monster in Star. Okay, why does that make you think of that? Because of the furriness? Faithful says, Ian, diabetes, your bod will boot you. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so let's go with, well, here, I got room on this one because I want to go. Oh, who sent this picture? Who's the devil in the details? Who sent this evil picture? It was blonde woman stamping. So Blondie, our nice, lovely Blondie is the evil woman. Yeah, the picture has 0 calories for sure. Okay, so that was Blondie. Okay, here's the next picture. Hang on, we got about 5 more. Let's see if we can get them all in here. Okay, she sent 2, but I'm going to show this one because it's just cuter. Okay, well, I could show both, but we don't have a lot of time. All right, so here's one picture. Okay, so here we go. Write your first impressions. We're going to have to blow through these guys because I want to get them all in here. All right, so get your first impressions down. Okay, I'm going to get my pen over here. Don't forget your colors or color impressions. Ian is on a roll today, people. Write that down, Nancy. Nancy, it looked like her bulldog. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to hold it in the air and write. And okay, I've got a couple ideas and a main theme. Ian got loose. He's on the loose today. All right, so here's what I wrote real quick. Of course, I thought the baby hippo and how babies have those little fat arms and little chubby legs. Kind of reminded me of that. And I said cuteness. And I said add wings. To me, I could envision this as a cherub, a little cherub with wings holding a little bow and arrow. A cherub, a little, Valentine cherub for hippos. Can you see it with the little tiny baby like cherub wings holding a little bow and arrow, little hearts floating around? You like that? Little hearts floating around. Because look how cute. It just looks like a cherub. Hey, Amy. Okay, we're running out of time, guys. Let's see who sent that one. So that one was submitted by Galena. So Galena sent that one. Now we're not going to have time to do this one, but I'll show you the other picture she sent to. She also sent these beautiful fingernails. Now, what if you put those fingernails on that cherub hippo? These fingernails on that cherub hippo, people. Okay, some of y'all thought platypus. It just smells like Teen Spirit cover of Nirvana. Ian, Ian, if you don't have an idea today, something's wrong with you, man. That's all I got to say. Okay, so that was Galena. Okay, next picture. All right, so if y'all know this person, you'll know who these children are. Of course, it's probably something I would submit to, but anyway, okay, so ready? Write down your first impressions. Now remember, guys, don't just do the obvious. Don't just do the obvious. Think about what it makes you feel. Think about what it makes, think of a story going on when I show it, okay? All right, here we go. I'll write down mine over here. I'm running out of paper. I'm going to have to write sideways. You're going to get your nails done like that, Galena? In December, but red and green. Oh, you're not going to do orange ones for Halloween, Galena? Write it down, Sandra. Sandra goes, brain freeze. Yeah. I'll write that down too, Sandra, because that's a good one. I didn't think of it because I have another story going on in my head already. But I'll write down brain freeze. Good one, Sandra. But just think about for a minute. Think of the colors. What it evokes, your emotions. All right, we'll go ahead and fess up. These are Jean's niece and nephew. We're going to fess up to it. Write it down, Pamela. You're not supposed to be shouting out. You're following Ian's bad habits. Write it down. Write it down, Addie doll. Write it down. Okay. All right. So those are Jean's niece and nephew. So I thought of summer and childhood wonder, and I wrote down brain freeze because someone shouted that out. And I thought her little doll or whatever she has, it might be a backpack, but I imagine a doll as like her bestie. And then here's what got me the most was the scents. So on this one, scents, the smell of cut grass, flowers, that summer air or the spring air. That's what came to me from this picture. But again, guys, if you want to continue it in more in depth, you write down, you could also say he's going to be going to the dentist because he's eating all this. No, I'm just kidding. That's what Hubster would say. He's going to the dentist with all that sugar. First day of school, see, all those things that you can pick up from details in the picture. But then you ask who, what, why, where are they? Why are they so happy? These kids must be well loved because, so anyway, you can write down everything that it evokes. And then we could also be we need to write a story about Ian, the dark side of the mod. Okay, so, all right, that one was by Jean. Okay, so let me go to another picture. We're running out of time. I want to get these pictures in. All right, so we have about 5 more. Okay, we have 5 more people. They may have more than one. Okay, so here's another picture for you guys. Write down what you think. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Hey, Sharon. Okay, I'm going to quit writing. I'm going to read chat. If Ian will behave, we're going to have to put him in a timeout, our mod. No, I'm good. Yeah. Oh, I went down to ask you something a minute ago and you weren't here. Oh, I was trying to think of the movie. Is it The Amazing Shrinking Man? Incredible Shrinking Man when he drank something. How does that movie go? Give us a little rundown while I hold this picture.
Well, he's out in the ocean, or out on the ocean in his boat.
Can y'all hear him?
He's out on the ocean in his boat with, and it's a nice boat, probably 20, 30 feet long. And he's got, I think, his wife and another person with him. And they go below, and he's sitting up there suntanning on the top of the boat, on the bow.
Uh-huh.
And this strange mist comes over. And he's the only one that was covered by the mist, and the mist goes away. So when they go home, he started shrinking.
Okay, so it was a mist, not a drink, not a potion.
It was a mist.
Okay.
And then eventually got so small he could go through the little screen and disappear.
And disappear. Yeah. I'm shrinking. Doesn't he do that?
No, that was the Wicked Witch of the West. By the way, I bought the little bell.
That was I'm melting.
Oh, such a beautiful girl. What is it today?
Okay, so did y'all get some first impressions from the picture? And remember, from the first impressions, take it over and with the colors, your emotions, your questions, go to a main theme and ask the questions. Yeah. Okay, so that was Mitz Z. Mitz Z-E-E, Mitz Z sent that one in. And okay, so the next one, Mitz, M-I-T-Z, Z-E-E, Mitz Z sent in the spaniel. Okay, here we go. Another picture. Ready? Here we go. First impressions. Write down as many things as you can from your first impressions, your colors and your emotions. Now, for me, this is going to evoke living in Alaska. A bald eagle. We saw these, and I would equate this when we lived in Alaska. So this is going to make me think of all kinds of lists, feelings, colors, smell, everything about Alaska for me, because we live there. But, whatever it makes you think, can make you think of, the United States. And, it can make you think of a lot of things. Patriotism. It could make you think of an eagle catching a fish. What was I saw, and I'll tell this if I can remember it. I'm not good at remembering jokes. But it was a meme or something. And it showed an eagle, or it could have been a vulture, but I think it was an eagle, catching fish in his claws. And it said something like, if your toenails could catch dinner, you probably shouldn't be wearing sandals. Something like that. If your toenails could catch dinner, you probably shouldn't be wearing sandals. Anyway, that came to me seeing this. I'm just saying. Yeah, Sue said power, strength, freedom, rebirth. See, those are the things that you write down. Now you could get a story, you could get an illustration, you could get, there's a lot of ideas you get. Remember, we're winding down here. I mean, I think about 20 of these at a time, but I wanted to cover everybody's. So this one I think was Sharon. Let me go here. Yeah, Sharon Marlowe. So Sharon Marlowe, thanks for letting me think of toenails. So that was Sharon's. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Got another picture here. Let's see. Oh, I only got, I think I got 2, unless these are just questions, maybe. Okay, here we go. Okay, got a picture here. This is an interesting one. All right. Again, guys, y'all can develop these further. Sam the Eagle of the Muppets. Thanks, Sharon. Okay, so the next picture here, y'all ready? And again, I'm breezing through these because I got a lot more, I got about, I don't know, 10, 12 submissions. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. All right. This one's good for a lot of ideas. I'm going to give this one a minute because I think y'all could really use your imagination on this one. Write them down. Don't shout it out. Cat, don't shout it out. Oh my gosh. You guys just cannot stand it, can you? After this one, I'm going to do I'll pull another giveaway out of the bowl. Yes, I know, Jennifer. Write it down. Oh. I know. It's okay, Kat. No, I don't care. If y'all want to shout out some ideas, go for it. Go for it. Ian, shout them out, Ian. Shout them out. Go for it. We only got a couple more pictures. Shout them out. Everybody shout them out now. I'm going to let you. I know you're teasing, Jennifer. Y'all go ahead. Shout it out. What makes you think of this? Like clogging shoes, tap shoes, a dancer, a retired dancer, Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, okay, someone said Shirley Temple. Call them out. I'm gonna name them. Everybody, go for it. Good ship lollipop. Good one, Miss Vicky. Yeah, Shirley Temple. Yeah, go for it. Dancing in the rain. Someone thought of nursing shoes. Well, if you're gonna tap your way through ER, then yeah, nursing shoes. Don't give them free reign, like a bunch of free range chickens. Fred Astaire singing in the rain. Someone tap dancing, like Fosse. Okay, Fosse, yeah. The Invisible Man. That's a good one, Tina. The Invisible Man, because there's no one in them, right? Yeah, that's good. I'm going to say Fred Astaire too. Okay, so yeah. I like the idea of a nurse tapping her way through ER because, my daughter out in LA is an RN. So I could see her tapping through ER. What about Miss Vicky B? Miss Vicky B's nurse too. Can you tap your way through ER, Miss Vicky? The sound of tap dancing. See? All right, what about the sound of tap dancing? What if they tapped out Morse code? Dot, 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 click, 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 click. Tapping out a Morse code. There's a story in that one, people. Tapping out Morse code? Yes. Miss Vicky said the patients would not like it very much if I did. Your granddaughter's an RN? She would be fine. Oh, I know, people. I'm not saying they should really do it. Come on. It's your imagination. Yeah, people get mad if your perfume is too offensive. Yeah, dot, dot, dash, dot. Yeah, tap, tap, tap. Military shoes. Yeah, you could paint up your tap shoes in camo. Paint them up in a camouflage. Camo tap shoes. Click, 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 click. Yeah, spy that taps out Morse code. World War II. I would love to wear my nursing hat and tap shoes. But don't forget to have to be camo. Okay, so let's go with that one. I'm going to let y'all shout out the last one too. Okay, so that was Corner Lot Life. Corner Lot Life. I don't think I've seen her today. But, there she is. There she is. Corner Lot Live sent that. She said, these are my clogging shoes, beloved by me. Yeah, Corner Lot Life. They were her shoes. So when was the last time you clogged? Corner Lot. When was the last time you tapped or clogged? Yesterday? Oh my gosh. Awesome. We need video or pictures. You know, it doesn't count unless we have video. You're a competitive clogger? Do we have video? We need video, clogger. Corner Lot Life clogger. I love that. A competitive clogger. Awesome. A real life river dancer like that, Cat. You'll find some? Yeah, put them up on YouTube. We need video. All right, one more, guys, and then, oh, wait, we're going to do let's do another giveaway here. This is a Society of Idea Collector Day, in case y'all didn't guess. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, let's put that one back in. Okay. Cover it up and dig down. Artsology Deb. If y'all know Artsology Deb, I know Artsology. She doesn't usually get to make it to the videos. She's in Canada. Artsology Deb. Let's give her a Society of Idea Collector. Where's my tape? Okay, I'm gonna end up picking one more. We're gonna pick 3 today. We already got Jane Richter, and now we got Artsology Deb. She's gonna get. I need to get a hold of her. Make sure she hasn't. She did move. I need to find Artsology Deb's new address. Deb, if you're watching this, I need your new. I think because you moved recently. All right. Let's do one more picture and one more giveaway. Okay. Did I make it in the bowl? I don't know, Jean. If you sent me your address with saying you want to be in the Society of Idea Collectors, you are in the bowl. Because I do those immediately. If someone says they want to be in the Society of Idea Collectors, they send me their address, they tell me what book they're using to collect their ideas in. I write their name on the slip. And I put their address in my, I'm sitting on my foot. I put their name. Y'all have this is a separate addresses from my others. This is all my Society of Idea Collectors. So if you sent me your address, you're in there. If you did not send me your address, you're not in there. Okay. All right. So one more picture. I won't say who it's by. Is it a picture? Wait. Come on, pop up there. There's no. This was that was just a message. Okay, so that's all of them, guys. That's all the pictures. That was just a message. That wasn't somebody that sent me a picture. So we'll do one more giveaway here. So any questions, anything else y'all want to comment on or anything like that? Remember, let's kind of recap. Make pages of lists. If you want to start and you've never done listing before, start with people, anything living. I call animals, anything living. Of course, you can make separate lists. I have lists of occupations, transportation, all different kind of things. But just start with people, places, and things. Okay? Then you can combine these lists. It was fun? Okay. Then you can combine these lists in multiple ways, which I've shown on previous shows. Today is episode 40 in our series over the years. Okay, so here's the main point right here. The main thing. When you look at a photo, so we start with the photo. The next episode we do, I want to try to do listing. We're going to make lists from listening to either podcast, interviews. We're going to do listing. That'll be our next one. This was more visual with photos, okay? All right, so you take your photo, your first impressions, your colors that come to you, and it doesn't have to be an actual color, like it could be like someone said rusty, or what was the other one I said? Wood. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a color. It can be what that color evokes. Your emotions. Then you pick a main theme, a main topic from your list. And you're going to mind map that out with questions. Who, what, where, when, why, how, and why not. And you do this with each one of your themes. Like the one we did. Where's that first? Well, I think it was one of the first ones we did with all right, we did this hummingbird, the magic cornbread. So our first impression from the picture, let me show that again real quick. The first impression off the silo picture, because we did this one a little bit more in depth. That was Julie Topaz. Okay, so here's the picture. Turn it sideways. So here was the picture of the silo. Okay, Dee, this was so much fun. Oh, good. Yes, you should be inspired by your own photos. Okay, so here's a photo that Julie sent. And from that, we got the first impression: silo, fall, autumn leaves, scary movie, cornfield, children of the corn, zombies. Thanks, Ian. I imagine stars in the door because, you know, I do like stars in my dimension space thing. Then I went from wheat and bread, a special kind, magic bread, magic cornbread. And then we went on to, well, I have another place here where we started talking about, you know, who, what, where, why, how, the magic cornbread, who makes it, where it come from, is it a different dimension, does that silo in that cornfield only appear once a year? You know, we made a whole story up about it. Zombies making cornbread and magic bread. See, Jennifer, you know, your mind went to zombies. So same did Ian. Same as Ian. So anyway, guys, this was a bunch of fun for me. I like to try to inspire you guys. Again, you don't have to write this big. I do that for the camera. Write small so you can get a lot of stuff in, a lot of information in. All right, one more drawing for the Society Idea Collectors, and then we're going to go. I don't know if Joycey's streaming today. I don't know who's streaming today, but yeah, let me go ahead and pick another. Oh, I want my mailman. Okay, I'm going to pick another name out of the bowl here. All right, Lori Geiger. Lori Geiger. So she is one of our Society of Idea Collectors. Okay, so we have 3 Society of Idea Collectors today. Artsology Deb, Lori Geiger, and Jane Richter. So those 3 will get a little envelope of a little goodies. Ian made it into the Wingnut book. This was Society of Idea Collectors, episode 40. We did a little look through the Creativity Takes Courage book, Miss Vicky B. If you missed that, you probably want to go back and look at that book. We reviewed this book, Miss Vicky. And Faithful Mess won this book. So there we go. Joycey's not streaming. Okay, no one's streaming until Xandra tonight. Oh, y'all might have to trick her head somebody into streaming. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. And I hope y'all enjoyed our Society of Idea Collectors, episode 40. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. And thank you to the super chatters. You're welcome, Judy. Mwah. Okay, guys. Y'all have a great hump day. Have a great hump day. Bye, guys.